to make a few more reads, give him a few more opportunities, let him build his confidence as we move forward into this conference season.
Well, you got to understand, last week Kings Mountain, that's a 6A team. So, I mean, that's a big-time school that, we almost beat. We should have beat. So, I think they're going to carry a lot of confidence in tonight, the fact that they hung with them as well as they did and played as well as they did. So, I expect to see a good game out of the guys.
Yeah, so and like against an East Gaston team who has struggled in their first two games, to give you their results, unfortunately, we can't talk a whole lot about them. There's not a lot of – there was no huddle highlights of them. There was no stats for them. We didn't even know who their quarterback was going to be. I will tell you this. On Max Preps, their roster fit on one page, and that's never a good sign. When your roster fits on one page, it's printed off Max Preps. That means your numbers are a little bit down this year. So unfortunately for East Gaston, I think that they are a little bit undermanned as far as the number of guys that came out, and that showed in their first couple of contests. I thought I printed it up here. Yeah, I do have it.
Yep.
Opening game of the season back on August 22nd, they were home for North Gaston, lost a close one 14-7. Went on the road last week against another Gaston County opponent, Forest View, and lost 27-6. So they come in at 0-2, trying to right the ship a little bit. But, just looking at them out there, Matt, warming up, they just don't have a lot of guys out there.
Yeah, not a big roster for sure. Normally they have a couple guys that are pretty good. I think they had a good QB a couple years ago, but a lot of those guys had graduated out. But we beat them last year 49-20. Like I say, should be a victory for us tonight, but you can't take them lightly. You never know what they got up their sleeve.
So that's what the East Gaston Warriors come in at 0-2, and I'm sorry, I just don't have a whole lot more.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can say with no stats for sure, especially at the beginning of the season like that.
Tried to look a little bit and try to find a little bit more on them. So
normally we can find some videos or something online, but we couldn't find anything this week.
No, and so we'll go to the Bulldogs, who have started off their season 0-2 as well. Tough one against Crest, 55-14. That probably wasn't that close. And then last week, a very, very spirited effort where they were down, kept coming back. Never was able to. Well, they took the lead once. I think it was once. They take the lead 7-6, or was that in the Crest or was tied early?
That was the Crest game was 7-7 early.
Okay, yeah, It was early on, but they just were never able to later in the game tie the game or go ahead. But they did keep coming back over and over again, and it was just back and forth, and a 40-34 game. And if you think about a couple of plays in that game. The one play where it's 4th down and 19, and they hit the pass to Vaughn in the corner in the end zone.
That was a tough one.
And then the other one where they hit the pass for 55 yards on like 3rd down. It was 3rd down behind the sticks, 3rd down and 15. Those two huge pass plays, in my mind, really flipped it in that game. If we get a stop on those two plays, that could be a different ball game. But unfortunately, Kings Mountain made plays when they had to, and they were able to get the win.
And they ran the ball too. I think the running back had he had 32, 33 carries.
Yeah, over 100 yards. Yeah, well over 100 yards. But you have to like the step forward that the team took, because so many times, you got a lot of guys that have been with the program but hadn't played a whole lot. They have to step up this year and, fill those voids. And it's tough. And then you step up and you get smacked in the first game. People can roll over and play dead. It could be a long season. But I think it's a tribute to the guys, the way they played, and also to the coaching staff who went back to work. They made some changes on the offensive line. They changed, a little bit of their strategy, and it paid off. And I think we surprised everybody in Cleveland County by being so competitive.
Yeah, I think moving Gage back to the guard position, I think that was huge. He was all conference guard last year, so you saw the way Max Davis and the guys ran the ball last week. So I think that's a testament to the work up front by those offensive linemen for sure.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show and tell you some more of the season stats on the Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere. Once again, you're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Fallston is stocked up on beautiful fall decor. Come in for some great ideas for your home or business. Check out the solid wood furniture made in the USA. And it's never too early to stock up on their ever-popular Smoky Mountain soaps, which make great gift ideas. Also, Billy Jacob prints, seasonal and everyday prints. Many works by local artisans, including jewelry, pottery, woodwork, braided rugs, and alcohol ink art. And before you leave, get a big old cup or cone of Hershey's ice cream at Jumpin' Jed's, Main Street, downtown Fallston. Like them on Facebook, too. And meet and greet folk artist Mary E. Charles Tuesday, September 9th from 1:30 to 2:30. Back to school time means cold and flu season is just around the corner. Before it invades your home, see Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville or the Fallston Pharmacy for your cold and flu remedies and preventatives. And in Fallston, get your Burns, Bulldog, caps, and T-shirts. And check out the grill at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And use their convenient drive-through windows at both locations. Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, and the Fallston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Fallston.
Welcome back to the Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show. Tom Centofanti and Matt Royster bringing you the pregame show. And as always, West End Sales, our lead sponsor for the Burns High School broadcast. So if we look at the stat sheet for Burns, Drew Dixon, the quarterback this year so far on the season, 11 for 34, 111 yards, averaging about 55.5 a game. He does have a touchdown against 3 interceptions. And if you think about another big play in that game, that he's trying to make a play. You know, he's backed up. We just got the interception from Justin Porter. Unfortunately, we didn't get the favorable spot. That's another key play in the game. Didn't get the favorable spot. Then the ball's at the 1-yard line and had a little bit of a difficulty with the snap, tried to roll out, tried to throw it away. Unfortunately, it's intercepted. It's a pick 6. That's another one of those key plays that I'm sure they looked at in the film room, and they're going to prevent that tonight. But came back after that. You know what I mean? That was right before halftime, too. But able to come back in the second half and play well. And like I said, it's our guys keep fighting. And early in the season, those types of mistakes, if you chalk them up as learning experiences, you can move your football team forward.
Yeah, I mean, there was always going to be plays you can look back and, wish you could have back. But, hopefully you can learn from those, cut down the penalties. We did a little bit better job, I think, last week. Used to be, I think last year, we had a ton of holding penalties. Hadn't seen as much of that this year. So, hopefully we're getting on the right track with all that.
All right, the rushing stats so far, Davis averaging 97 a game. Now, didn't have very much against Crest. Had 192 last week, so he had a monster game and also had 3 touchdowns rushing. Dixon and Dover have the other 2 Burns touchdowns rushing on the year for a total of 5. But we will see a little bit of Pryor, probably see a little bit of Wells running the football, but when he's able, when he's not tired from defense, it's going to be Max Davis carrying the football.
It's a Max Davis show for sure. He's going to probably have a big load tonight. Like I say, I'm excited to see how Pryor's run the ball. He's shown flashes of greatness. I think it's just a matter of time before he has a big breakout game. So, I'm excited for this, young offense and see what they can do tonight.
And receiving the football, haven't had a whole lot this year. Davis and Wells. Davis has 40 yards. Wells has 51 yards. I'd like to see Ussery get going. The young sophomore hasn't had much of an opportunity to catch a lot of balls. Hopefully they've worked on some stuff and give, Dixon a chance to find Ussery, get Ussery in space and see what he can do and use that athleticism, kind of get him on track this season.
Yeah, Ussery's a stud. It's just a matter of time. That's another guy I expect to have a breakout game, any game now. So, and Mason Bradley, too, is another kid that got all the athleticism in the world. It's fast. He can get his hands on it. He can do some things with it, too.
And pancake blocks. Eli Morris with 1 and Isaiah Baldwin with 2. And Isaiah showed me some of his own huddle highlights where he was very proud of his pancake block. So that offensive line tonight, and that's going to consist of Jesse Bryant, Bo Harrell, Jaden Munger, Gage Camp, and Isaiah Baldwin. Like to see All right. I'd like to see them get going. Hold on 1 second. Let me take a quick commercial break, Mac, and I'll be right back.
DeRisi Power Sports wants to wish the Burns Bulldogs good luck during this football season. Your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, services, and accessories. If your ATV needs service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports is not just for professional ATV riders. If yours is in need of minor service, like a tune-up, oil change, or any other service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports will service it at affordable pricing and expert service. DeRisi Power Sports, 4225 Falston Road, or call 704-638-3512. Go Burns Bulldogs. Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family-owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on door-link garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call C.J. Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors.
Sorry about that. Had some kids at the window trying to give me some information on tonight's officials. So I think we were in the midst of talking about the offensive line.
Yeah.
And they're really, the coaching staff is very high on this bunch. They're hard workers. They did do a great job last night. I mean, anytime you got a running back that has almost 200 yards, he needs to take them out to the cookout and buy those big guys a milkshake. So,
Yep.
I mean, they did a great job last week, and hopefully they can keep that momentum tonight here against East Gaston.
And they're young, too. They're all except for
Munger's a senior.
Munger's the only senior on that line. So, they're young, but they got some experience. So,
All right, and then on the defensive side of the ball, Max Davis does it all. He runs the ball. He plays defense, drives the bus to the game. I mean, 8 tackles. So total tackles 16 this year, averaging 8 tackles a game. So he's all over the place. But leading the team in tackles is Markalen Camp. He's got 20 total tackles, averaging 10 a game. And then tackles for loss, Reggie Logan, Pryor, Rankin, Wilson, all registering a tackle for loss so far this year. So the team has a total of 5 against 2 very good football teams, Kings Mountain.
Absolutely.
And Crest. So hopefully they can add to those tackles for loss tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited about, like I say, Camp. His progression the past 2 years has just been phenomenal. Ty Singers came on strong. Another one you can't sleep on is Jude Towery. He came on. He got a forced fumble last week to set up that last touchdown drive, or the last drive we had, and then he's had a couple blocked extra points too. So excited about Jude Towery out there.
Yeah, I think you did mention he had a forced fumble last week and doing a great job on defense for the Bulldogs. If I look at his stats, he is averaging 5.5 tackles a game. So let me step away one more time, and we'll be right back to name our players to watch for tonight. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show, and as always, Burns Football is brought to you by West End Sales.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models, and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
It's the 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Plan now to bring the family out for a big night of fun. Entertainment includes the Majestic Spectacular Thrill Show, Canines in Flight, the High-Flying All-American Frisbee Dogs, the Magic of Lance Gifford, Act Monsters Chainsaw Art, and the Demolition Derby. And Right Off for Rides will be back with over 40 exciting rides. And, of course, the many food vendors, games, livestock, and other attractions. The 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
while we've got the opportunity, I wanted to bring you the Burns High School Marching Band, going to be doing the national anthem tonight, and the Burns High School Band is brought to you by Wright's Jewelry right there in downtown Fallston. So thank you, Wright's Jewelry, for your continued support of Burns High School football. So we will now let you soak in some sounds of the game and let you enjoy the national anthem brought to you by the Burns High School Marching Band. Once again, brought to you by Wright's Jewelry. All right, sounds of the game. Burns High School Marching Band presenting the national anthem. Once again, brought to you by Wright's Jewelry. We'll be right back after this commercial break and bring you our player to watch. Brought to you by Beata Healthcare of Shelby, North Carolina.
The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service at 4606 Polkville Road. Also, DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 960-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, I don't have a picture just yet. All right, and there's our Burns High School Marching Band presenting now the school song. And just to wrap up the stat sheet for Burns, Drew Dixon and Ryan Sisk are splitting the kickoff duty. And Dixon doing the punting, averaging 33 yards a punt, long of 46 on the year. Kick returns, Ussery has 96 total kickoff return yards, averaging about 19 per kickoff return. And then PATs and field goals, Ryan Sisk is hit all of his point after attempt and all of his field goals. He is perfect on the year, 6 for 6 on PATs and 2 for 2 on field goals. So Ryan Sisk doing a great job with the special teams.
Yeah, those two field goals came last week against Kings Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Clutch kicks there.
And I think one was 33, one was 37.
Yep.
So
He's definitely got a leg.
Good job, Ryan Sisk, taking care of those on-the-go quick lube PATs field goal. But now it's time for our Beata Healthcare of Shelby players to watch, and we'll each pick one. Matt, you can go first. Go ahead.
Well, let's just go Max Davis. Like I say, as our workhorse running back, I expect another big game out of him. You could about pick Max Davis every game, but we'll pick him again today. Like I say, I expect record. I ain't gonna say record breaking, but I expect a career night out of him tonight.
All right, and my player to watch is going to be Markalen Kemp. Leads the team in tackles. East Gaston likes to run the ball a lot, so Markalen's got to have his work cut out for him tonight. So I think he's going to be key, he and others, in stopping that run attack for East Gaston Warriors tonight. So Markalen Kemp will be my player to watch, once again brought to you by Beata Home Healthcare. Well, that's going to come close to wrapping up our stadium halftime show, brought to you by Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain. And pretty soon we're going to have our coin toss, and we're going to have our fireworks display. So let's go ahead and take a couple of commercial now, and we'll come back and bring you all that leading up to kickoff at 7:30. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Saves.
The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose acclimation over cremation. Acclimation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned to the family. It is a green process with no emissions and no harmful greenhouse gases. And acclimation prices start at $25.95, and payment plans are available with credit approval. Consider acclimation, exclusively offered by Clay Barnett Funeral Home. Online at claybarnett.com, with locations at 303 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, and 1401 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Bradley's now is a bucket truck. What does that mean? That means they can now install outdoor signs, even outdoor lighted signs. Talk with them about designing, creating, and installing your new sign. And of course, see them for logo designs, vehicle lettering, banners, magnets, trophies, plaques, acrylics, t-shirts, and more. They are now truly your one-stop shop. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at bradleysinc.com. Like them on Facebook too.
In Cleveland County, you might see me at a local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store or at the next benefit. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local professional when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on most. I'm Bert Costner. Call me at 704-482-2436 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And to learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money, be sure to ask for me, Bert Costner, 704-482-2436.
Call Bert Costner, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent today.
Compassion, excellence, and reliability. Those 3 words best describe Beata Home Healthcare, a nonprofit serving Cleveland, Gaston, Lincoln, and Rutherford counties with assistive care services in the comfort of your own home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they've been doing this since 1975. When it comes time, take the time and call Beata Home Healthcare in Shelby. Call 704-669-4000 or visit them online at beata.com, located at 1105 Suite 3 on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. There's no doubt about it. Chevy drives America. And in Shelby and Cleveland County, Marburger Chevrolet sells the fine folks of our area brand new Chevys at the best possible price. Now take a look at a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab truck with a Turbo Max engine. Get 0% financing for well-qualified buyers when you finance with GM Financial. That's a savings of $10,143 for current Chevy owners. Come in for all the details. See yours today at Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Oakwood Homes of Shelby announces their Go Big and Go Home sale. These prices are a big, big deal. Just listen to this. Now at Oakwood Homes in Shelby, you can buy a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home for only $99,000. That's right, only $99,000 for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. Also ask about land home packages and move-in ready homes. That's Oakwood Homes of Shelby, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com.
And Burns comes through the fireworks. Still a great Friday Night Lights experience here in Lawndale, North Carolina, as fireworks display is in full effect. It's the 4th of July every Friday night in Lawndale, North Carolina, Matt.
Homecoming here at Ron Green Stadium. Should be a good one here against East Gaston.
All right, so kickoff, Jam Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up. Thanks again for listening to the Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. As the Bulldogs now are on the field. They're wearing their baby blue helmets, navy jerseys with red, white and blue trim, blue numbers with gold trim, white pants, and on the pants is blue and gold trim.
Captains tonight: Justin Porter, Eli Morris, and number 2, Evan Donaldson. And you say we won the toss? We were receiving.
We're going to receive the kickoff. I wasn't sure. We had working on the sideline camera trying to get that going, so I didn't see if we won and received or won and they deferred. I'm not sure. All I know is we're getting the kickoff, so it'll be East Gaston doing the kickoff, and unfortunately, like I said, we have limited information. I don't think we have a kicker listed on their roster. If I can look and see if I can find their roster.
Yeah, the roster I have don't even have any positions on it. So
this one, we got Caleb Smith listed as a kicker, number 20.
Back deep for Burns, we got Romello Wells, and I think that's Reggie Logan out there, maybe.
So East Gaston kicking, I think that is number 20, and that will be Caleb Smith. That is Caleb Smith.
It's like during warm-ups he had a pretty decent leg, so let's see.
So I see number 27 back there, that's Rankin. And that's 8 back there, as you said, Tysinger. And number 1, as you said, Romello Wells. Who's in the very back? Is that Ussery, 18? Yeah, I think in the very back is Ussery.
Jordan Ussery.
And the fashion police is having him adjust his knee pads. I mean, he's got a little silly with that, but.
Gotta have a shirt tail tucked in there.
I guess. And we're about to get underway with the Jam Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff as, once again, Caleb Smith has it teed up for the Warriors. And we continue to wait.
I'm not sure what we're waiting on.
They blew the whistle.
Now.
So Smith checks. He's ready. Runs up, put in the ball, and it's kicked off and going to land about the 10. And Ussery's going to pick it up at the 1. He's to the 10. He's to the 15. Got a little crease to the 20, 25. They got a hold of his jersey, and they run him out of bounds. So he'll start at the 26-yard line, first down and 10, Burns.
Yeah, not a bad run back there. Just Jorian Ussery. A good block there. Romello Wells allowed him to get the outside, get a couple extra yards. So
I think they're going to put it down about the 28-yard line. Yeah, right on the 28-yard line. So they're going to take this opening drive, and Drew Dixon comes out in the shotgun, and Davis is the back. 2 wide receivers to the left. And that would be Donaldson out there. I think Ussery's out there with him. And Max Davis on the right hip of Dixon. Man comes in motion, and Ussery will get the handoff. He's looking to throw it. He puts it up. Man's wide open. It's Rankin. And he dropped the football. Wells, check that. It's Wells. Right in his breadbasket, and unfortunately that falls incomplete.
Good throw there by Jorian Ussery. A little trickery on the first play to start this game. Unfortunate, but well-designed. Looked like a good play, wide open. I'm sure Wells would love to have that one back.
I tell you what, that's tough. And Wells is going to see that one when he's lying in bed tonight. But that's a learning experience, young man. Sometimes you're too wide open, and we'll do it second down and 10. And did you see what Ussery did? Ussery just came and gave him a little hand slap, said, hey, man, it's okay. Triple wide receivers to the right. Man goes in motion. Throws it out in the flat. Caught. Davis makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Past the 40. Past the 50. Run out of bounds. But a big gainer, Matt.
Yeah, good gain. Little screen pass to Davis. It looks like, is this one coming back, Tom? The guys are standing back here.
There. Let's see what the referee
like a
has
penalty
to
flag
say.
on might be a holding.
So not the great start. We've had a penalty. Let's see what we got here. And that's a Putnam Distributors penalty. And, yeah, it's going to wipe out a nice pass play. And let's see where they're going to mark it. Let's see. They're going to. All right, it was 2nd down and 10. And they're did they give us, what was the penalty?
I'm not sure.
Did anybody signal what the penalty was? Where's the white hat? All right, I'm just going to assume
I'm
that's
confused there because they didn't mark any penalty yards off on the field.
So I think Davis is going to get a credit for an 11-yard pass, and then it's a 10-yard penalty. It's a 1-yard net. So it's going to be, I think, Wells with the football around the left side to the 40, to the 45, puts his head down, falls forward to the 49. He's got 19 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, good little run, Wells. We'll hand off left side, almost up to midfield there.
So that's number 1. And I'm going to give, for right now, Davis a credit for a 10-yard reception. But then you had the penalty to mark it back 10. So it's a 1-yard net on the first down. Just kind of a weird play. But now the ball at the 49-yard line. First down and 10. Again, that's a Falston Pharmacy first down. Double wide receivers left. Man comes in motion. Dixon has it. He's looking. He's going to set up the screen again. And now Wells has it. Nice catch that time. And he's bumped out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Give him, that'll be 5, 6 yards, 7 yards, and be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, a little redemption there. Good pass. Bring the first down. Or no, not quite the first down. But gain of about 7 on the play.
17 passing yards now for Dixon, if I've got it calculated right. Double wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Morris the H-back, and now East Gaston's going to commit the penalty.
Yeah, a little movement there. That'll bring another first down for Burns.
So that's a first down via the penalty. And, marks it off. Just make sure it puts the ball on the 39. That is a Falston Pharmacy first down. And Dixon now looks over at his coaching staff, gets to play. Donaldson and Ussery now jogging over to the right. And it's going to be Wells coming over there to the left. Eli Morris lines up a tight end on the left side. Let's see if they run the ball out of this one. Davis on the left hip of Dixon. Nope, Dixon going to throw again. He's back. Now he's flushed right, runs, and throws an interception. Number 81 intercepts. And pretty good run back as he's knocked down, but unfortunately for Dixon, that pass is intercepted.
Yeah, tried to sneak it across the middle there, flushed right. Would have been a tough throw. Not sure who his intended receiver was, but
looked like he kind of threw it right
play.
to him. Must not saw him, and unfortunately for Burns, that's going to end what looked like a pretty promising drive there.
And East Gaston will take over inside Burns territory at the 48.
So after a couple of first downs, we'll see East Gaston. Is that Stillwell, the quarterback, number 13? Stillwell, and it's hands off. It's 25 with the football. He's gang tackled, doesn't get much. Let's see if they got anything. It looks like no gain.
No gain. I think that was 4. I think that's
DeBron
Camp on the tackle.
Camp on the tackle. DeBron Johnson, no gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So East Gaston comes to the line, their first possession. Burns, if you're just joining us, no score on your Rights Jewelry scoreboard. Pretty good looking drive until the interception. Triple wide receivers to the right. And again, running play, knocked down and dragged down. No, he scored it free. Gosh, I thought they had him. Was that who kept the football, Matt? Who had the football?
That was 25.
He come out of there. I thought they had him down. And
yeah, Ussery had him behind the line of scrimmage, but good job. Took it across for almost another first down for East Gaston.
So after a couple of running plays there, East Gaston now has it 3rd down and 1, as somehow miraculously Johnson was able to get out of that tackle. I thought they had him for a loss. Double wide receivers right, and stacked up and smacked in the back in the backfield. That's big Nate Wilson got him along with Justin Porter, Matt.
Yeah, big-time tackler Nate Wilson for a tackle for loss.
Was that 25 again, the ball carrier?
25, yep.
Okay, so they're going to have him a loss. I'm going to give him a loss of 4.
It'll be interesting to see what East Gaston does. I think they're going to keep their offense out there.
Go for it. Yeah, they're going to go for it.
Definitely inside Burns territory.
So it's been all Johnson. All 3 plays of this drive have been Johnson runs. Now they're going to send 3 wide receivers to the right. And slaps the hands, has the football. He's going to roll out and has a man. And there's a flag in the secondary. So we got to see what the flag is. It might be holding in the – a lot of times you get illegal contact or a holding penalty there. Let's see what we got.
I thought they left early before the play, but let's see what the call on the field is.
Who caught the ball? 5? Yeah, 5 caught it. And he lost a yard, if that stands. Now they're discussing. Usually if it's in the secondary, it's against the defense.
Well, he's pointing towards East Gaston.
Let's see what he's got. Last time we did not get a signal. All right, illegal man downfield, and that's going to be declined, and Burns will take over on downs. All right, so the reception goes for -1, and Burns gets off the field as that's a 4-and-out for East Gaston. That's a good job on defense after the sudden change.
Yeah, Burns will take over at the 46. Their own 46. So let's see if we can get some more momentum build up after that last drive with the interception there. Like I say, pretty good drive to starting off.
Dixon in the gun, and now different running back on his left hip. We'll see who that is in just a second. He'll get the football through a crease. There he goes. Pryor, 45-40, still on his feet, following blockers. 30, 25, 20. Run out of bounds after a big gainer all the way deep into side East Gaston territory, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, big-time run Pryor, and that's what I was talking about. I'm expecting a big-time breakout game by Pryor, and he showed it right there by a big-time run.
He's 17.
17, yep.
Yeah. So 17 goes for +4, 34 yards on that run. So Burns took over on their own 46-yard line. And now have the ball up to the 20-yard line. That's another Falston Pharmacy first down. And in the gun again, it's Pryor. And they'll get the call again around the right side. Breaks the tackle. He's to the 15, 10. Headed for the pylon. Touchdown. That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown. No flags, Matt.
Yeah, touchdown. Colton Pryor. Big-time run to the right side. Took it straight in. Good little block there on the outside, too, for the first touchdown of the night for Burns.
I love the patience of his running, though. On both those plays, I thought he did a great job of finding his blocks and following them. So just 2 quick plays, and that's a 54-yard touchdown drive. And just took about 1 minute off the clock. So Burns, after 2 plays, Pryor dashes in for the numbers bookkeeping touchdown. Now it's time for the on-the-go quick lube. Extra point.
Ryan
Sisk. Snap down, kick up.
Good.
Kick is good. 7-0 on your Wright Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
For nearly 50 years, the K family at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby have been taking care of your bookkeeping and income tax needs in Shelby, Cleveland County, and the surrounding area. They feature a staff of enrolled agents and experienced tax professionals. Make sure you get every advantage you deserve. That's Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Give them a call at 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you.
Yep.
On the Go Quick Lube in Falston is not just oil changes, they have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course they do oil changes, featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On The Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs.
All right, Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff is going to land about at the 17, or be fielded, I should say, by number 4. Brings it up to about the 30-yard line. That's what will be 1st and 10 for the Warriors, who were stopped on downs on their first possession.
Evan Donaldson pushed him out of bounds there. So let's see if we can get another good defensive stand here for this Bulldog defense.
So with 8:36 left to go first quarter on your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard, 7-0 Burns, as they are able to easily overcome the turnover on their first drive. They're going with 3 down line. Now 4 guys along the line of scrimmage. Stillwell hands it and through a little crease. Nice run, close to a first down. Helmet comes off. And is that
That's 25 again, yep.
25 again, Johnson?
Yeah, brought down by Markalen Camp.
So let's see where they mark the football, as Johnson's got to come out for a play.
We've got a penalty flag, personal foul, face mask on Burns. So
well, that explains why the face mask came off. And
tack on another 15 or so on that. Let's see. So that's a huge penalty, and that'll bring them all the way into Burns territory.
So it'd be 1st down and 10. That's the first down for the Warriors of the first quarter. First possession, they turned the ball over on downs. And now it's going to be 16, the ball carrier, and he's around the right side. They're able to run the ball a little bit, as he's got about 5 yards, and that's Stafford, the ball carrier for East
taking it straight up down the middle there.
So he got, give him 3, 2nd and 7.
That's Cam Howe, who had that big interception last week on the tackle on the play.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. Is running onto the football field. Looks like it's 58, Osborne. And Centavius had a good game last week. So it's going to be, again, run
nice.
up the middle, but it's blocked up. And don't think he got anything. No gain there.
Yeah, nice tackle. I think it was Reggie Logan. Or no, Jordan Usry on the tackle, I believe. Got him there behind the line of scrimmage.
So he's had a couple of nice runs. He's had a 9 and a 10-yard run, but then runs of -4 and 0, 2 runs of 0. So it brings up 3rd down and 7, and this is not where East Gaston wants to be. They've had 6 plays so far, and they have not thrown it. Well, they've thrown it once, I should say. Now they're going to throw it again. It's still well flushed. Rolling right, lets it go. Pass complete. Flag comes out and knocked down the reception by Chris Levy, but we'll check the penalty first.
Yeah, it would be enough for a 1st down if it stands.
So what do they got? What's the penalty? And they move it from the 48. Trying to see, it was at the 45. Where's the ball spotted now? Have they spotted the ball yet?
It's on East Gaston. This play is coming
back.
So
it's coming back for the Putnam Distributors penalty coming back against East Gaston. Not sure what the call is. Is the referee giving us the penalty?
I think it was a holding. See, I'll take it back.
I don't understand what the ref's doing. Have you seen him give a signal?
It's a holding penalty.
But he needs to give the signal there.
Yep. So I'll take them back to their own 45.
So that'll make it 3rd down and now 16, and they're not really built for this. Double wide receivers to the right. Man comes in motion, and Stillwell will throw it out in the flat. It's caught, even though it's a little bit behind him. Swallowed up. Donaldson and others run him down. So it's going to be a 3-yard pass play. I think 5 got it again, and that's Levy, but probably punting time for the Warriors.
Yes, Donaldson, Davis, Tysinger, all there for the tackle for Burns. Good job as Bulldog defense to force another punt. Got 18. We got Jordan Usry back deep for Burns.
So it will be 4th down behind the sticks, and I think it's number 20 doing the punting again, Caleb Smith. I'd like to see Usry get one in space and show what he can do as Porter coming onto the field. Snap is back, not a lot of pressure. gets it away, tumbling spiral, bounces back like a sandwich, and Johnny on the spot's number 81, Ben Sawyer, who had the interception earlier, Matt.
Yeah, so Burns will start right around the 19-yard line.
With 6:10 to go on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. So let's go ahead. They're going to mark it on they got 18 on the board, but it looks like the 19, isn't it?
Yep. So if you're just tuning in, got a touchdown run by Colton Pryor on the last drive for the first touchdown of the night for Burns.
All right, so it's first down 10 from their own 19 as Dixon comes out for the third possession. One interception and one touchdown on the first two. I think that's Davis back in the backfield. He'll get the call, tries the right side, through a little crease, still running. They got a hold of his jersey, and they gang tackle him. He falls forward to the 29. I think that's enough for a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, he'll be right on the sticks there.
So are they moving the sticks? They are. So, yes, another Falston Pharmacy first down, up to 4 so far in this game. So I tell you what, big leaps and bounds from that first game where they really struggled to get a first down, and now they've got 4. Clock moving, under 6 minutes left to go first quarter. Dixon gives to Davis again. He tries the left side. He's got a man beat. Still on his feet, breaking tackles, falling forward. And he's all the way up to the 44-yard line. That's another Falston Pharmacy first down. This time, give him 14 yards, Matt.
Yeah, big run. I'll say this offense is really finding its groove, especially in this run game. Davis is looking good out there, as is everybody else.
So at the 44-yard line, 2 plays, 2 Max Davis runs of 10 and 14 yards and 2 first downs.
Colton Pryor checking back in the backfield.
So Pryor's turn. Maybe he'll get the call. They moved early. That's going to cost them 5. That's another punt and distributor's penalty, Matt.
Yeah, they moved a little bit before they snapped the ball. You're right.
So
like they've done a little bit better job this year so far on penalties. So let's hopefully we can keep that going.
Just a little bit eager there.
Yeah.
So back to the 39-yard line as Burns will get set. And bringing him up to the line is Dixon. Double wide receivers to the right. Claps the hands. Football goes to Pryor. Tries the right side through a crease. Pretty good gain as he's dragged down. As he gets back the penalty yardage plus a little bit more, I'm going to give him 8. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, took it up the gut this time. Pretty decent run.
Already Pryor up to 62 yards rushing. I'll tell you what, that would be great if we can get him going too. And both those guys are playing a lot on both sides of the ball.
You got to think, Mark Halen Camp is going to come in and run the ball some too. So we get 3 guys running the ball like they have been. It'll be something special.
Yeah, double wide receivers to the right, and it'll be Pryor again through a little crease, but this time not much. It's thrown down around the line of scrimmage. That sets up a third down and 6. First time Pryor's not been effective. Runs of 34, 20, and 8 prior to that.
Was that about 3-yard gain there?
No, he got nothing. It's right back there where it was.
Is that where the sticks is? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the original. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's going to be, they might have gave him 1. They might have, I didn't give him anything on that one.
Now here's something different. Looks like we might be in a little wildcat.
See, is that Wells?
Wells in there, a little wildcat action.
So Wells sends Ussery in motion, and he'll keep it himself. Tries the right side through a little crease. He's breaking free. Drug down, but not until he has a Falston Pharmacy first down. He'll take it from the 48 to the 40. That's 12 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down.
It's like we got an injury down on the field there, Tom.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Falston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Falston. There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and West End Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westendsales.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, we're back. Ball will be on the 40-yard line. First down, as Burns has run 5 plays on this drive, all on the ground. They took the ball back on their 19, so they're working on their 3rd minute in this drive, doing a little ball control, being able to move the ball on the ground. And Davis back there in with Dixon. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Dixon's got Davis on his right hip, but he's going to throw it this time. He's back. He's got time. He lets it go. Man breaking free, but incomplete. I think he had Usry out there, Matt.
Yeah, Usry was out there. Had a step on him, but not bad defended on the play there by East Gaston. But he took a shot, though. I'm glad to see him take some shots downfield.
No, he can definitely, he's played a lot of baseball. We know he can sling it.
He's got an arm for sure, no doubt about that.
Unfortunately, that one doesn't connect, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. But I think good chance to take a shot there. You had a little time out there, a little time to work on it, think about what you wanted to do. Just didn't work out. So 2nd down and 10. Double wide receivers left. Man comes in motion, and he'll get the football. That's going to be a pass to Wells. 35, turns the corner, 30, still his feet, 20, 15. And then he's taken down inside the 15, but a big play. Give him 27 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, good play for Wells on the left side all the way into the red zone. And Burns is threatening to score again.
Let's see, they're going to put it down at the 16, so that's going to be, I believe, 26 yards. They have 15 up on the board, but I think it's at the 14-yard line. So Dixon claps the hands. He's back. He lets it go. Corner of the end zone. Man's wide open. Touchdown. I think that's Usry.
Yeah, Jorian Usry. Good-looking design play there. Drew Dixon to Jorian Usry for the Bulldog touchdown.
So that is going to be, I'm going to call that a 14-yard touchdown. And now the Bulldogs on top, 13-0. Again, that touchdown brought to you by Numbers Bookkeeping. I'll tell you what, Matt, you could see him standing there all by himself.
Yeah, had plenty of room back there in the corner of that end zone. Good-looking design play there.
So that's an 8-play drive that took almost exactly 3 minutes. And the TD by Usry from 15 yards out. Or 14. I think they had 15 up on the board, but I think it's 14 yards out. Dixon, they're going to run a little swinging gate tonight, and the ball goes over his head. He's going to have to pick it up, run for his life, and now he dives forward. On to go, quick loop, 2-point conversion, no good. We'll be right back.
Main Street Hardware in Lawndale is your one-stop shop for everything you'll need to prepare your yard for the growing season. Seed, mulch, pine bark, spreaders, and more. And they carry the best Case knives, Milwaukee tools, Georgia boots, Valspar paint, and Red Max yard equipment, plus rocking chairs. But don't take our word for it. Head to Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Find them on Facebook, too.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby.
All right, we're back. Let's see if we can get a sideline. There we are. So we got Gracie down there on the sideline. Big 71 in your view there.
Drew Dixon here to kick it off.
So Dixon, Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff. Deep
Booming
kick.
Wow.
And it's all the way turned at the 3, the 10, and then he's hit hard and dropped inside the 20-yard line. That was number 4. Gorzinski, I believe is how you pronounce it, on the return for East Gaston.
That's Devon Jones on the tackle for Burns.
And they'll take it on the 17-yard line.
We'll give a shout out to Floyd Williams and Pam. Appreciate y'all listening in, some of our loyal listeners tonight.
So from their own 17, first down and 10 for East Gaston. Double wide receivers right is Stillwell in the shotgun, and he claps the hands and going to get
nice play
forward. Got about 3 or 4 yards as Johnson, the ball carrier again, but the tackle actually knocked him forward, and he's going to end up with a positive play of about 2 yards.
Yeah, Reggie Logan got him in the backfield. Good job there, Reggie.
So Johnson now 6 carries for 17 yards as Burns has kept him in check. He's had a couple of nice runs of 9 and 10, but other than that, he's been held in check, and he's really been the only threat to Burns so far.
Yeah, pretty one-dimensional so far for East Gaston, as you said.
So Stillwell will operate from the shotgun again, and a little pop pass this time. It's going to go on the stat sheet as a pass, but brought down.
Ball's on the ground.
Did he get hurt?
Probably on the ground. Probably.
He got bent backwards a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. We're going to step away. We'll be right back.
If you need fireworks for your event, then call on Contracted Pyrotechnics and talk with Dustin Ledford today. They are the bomb. Dustin is a graduate of Burns High School and supplies all the fireworks you've seen at the Burns High School football game. If your town or organization needs fireworks, call Dustin Ledford today at 704-473-1996. Again, that's 704-473-1996. Have a party, have a blast with Contracted Pyrotechnics. It's an end of summer clearance sale at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. Come see how easy it is for you to be a satisfied customer. On the lot right now, take a look at a 2011 Audi for $89.95. How about a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta Sports Wagon for $11,995? SNR Auto Sales has a 2017 Honda Ridgeline, $13,995, and a 2012 Volkswagen Beetle Bright Red, $10,995. See the inventory online at srautosales.com. SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Like them on Facebook, too.
Well, fortunately, that looked worse than it was as he's able to come off under his own power was Levy. But Burns takes over after the Porter fumble recovery. Throw out in the flat ball, Kalen Camp slips down. He'll have about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, good job out with Justin Porter on the fumble recovery for Burns.
So Camp with the reception and 2 yards on that reception. So to bring up 2nd down and 8 from around the 20, 21-yard line. If you're just joining us, 13-0 on the Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales. Burns with a fumble recovery that set him up in plus territory, and they started this drive, I think, on their own 20, or the East Gaston 23, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be Camp thrown for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, hit behind the line of scrimmage there by 23 for East Gaston.
So quickly there, East Gaston has got Burns behind the sticks. He lost, he's all the way back to the 25-yard line. He lost about 4 on that one, and it will be 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 12.
Sure, Burns will take 2 cracks at it from here, from this position.
So trying to get, I think they're going to call a timeout, so we'll take it with them. Don't go anywhere. 13-0 on the Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Since 1988, the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County, also known as TAC, is the nonprofit agency and operates demand response services for non-emergency medical transportation in this area. It also has a fixed bus route that is provided in the city limits of Shelby, and it is free. For more information, call the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County at 704-482-6465. Again, 704-482-6465. Visit the website at taxshelbync.com. Oliver's Hardware in Garden Center in Shelby is not just a hardware store, but a real general store, carrying items like feed and seed, hay, pine needles, and straw. Oliver's Hardware has just received the new Turtle Box Ranger, a smaller radio with a huge sound, along with 45 original Turtle Box radios in stock. Oliver's Hardware wishes the Burns Bulldogs good luck this football season. Oliver's Hardware in Garden Center, 3712 Falston Road, Highway 18 North between Falston and Shelby. Online at olivershardware.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, back to live action. 3rd down, 12, as Davis will get it through the left side, through a crease, still on his feet, 15, 10, 5, spins, touchdown! That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown from 25 yards out from Max Davis.
Big time run. Max Davis up the middle, broke a couple tackles there at the end, just got across the end zone for the touchdown. Good looking run there, Max Davis.
So 3 plays, and it took about a minute. And Davis cashes in the fumble recovery. And Burns now up 19-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. And it looks like another swinging gate as Max Davis, that was 25 yards.
Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years.
Some people say there are doers, and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
All right, deep kickoff, Jam Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff. It's going to pin East Gaston back at their own 10-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, pretty good kick there. Ryan Sisk brought down by Justin Porter.
So that was Sisk, not Davis that time?
That was Sisk.
I mean, Dixon. Okay,
yep.
So we're at the 10-yard line with 42 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So very quick drive summary, 3 plays, 23 yards. 25-yard touchdown by Davis. And the 2-point conversion brought to you by On The Go Quick Lube. No good. 19-0 Burns. 3 down linemen there for Burns, and 3 guys with their hand in the dirt looking for that running play, and they get it and stack him up and thrown back. And still fighting, but thrown back. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it 1-yard loss. Who was the ball carrier?
I think that was... I couldn't tell. That was Camp on the tackle for Burns.
See if Joe knows. So it's going to probably run. We'll ask him here in a second. It'll be 2nd down and 11 after that loss of 1. And for some reason, the clock has stopped. And East Gas is going to take a timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
You are not going to believe what just arrived at Parker's Family Feed in Bellwood. Deer blinds, and plenty of them. Heavy duty with 3 windows. Stay warm and cozy in your new deer blind. Available in 4x6 and 6x6 sizes. And Parker Family Feed has all of your deer attractants. And remember them for your pet and livestock feed, fencing, fence posts, and turtle boxes. Parker Family Feed, 121 Carpenters Grove Church Road, Lawndale, off Highway 18 North. Like them on Facebook, too. The Make This the Summer event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. We are putting performance in your hands. Purchase now and get a $2,250 bonus cash allowance. You may be eligible for up to a $10,000 annual tax deduction on interest paid on a new qualifying auto loan on all new 2025 Dodge Durango models. Come on in now for all the details during the Make This the Summer event at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
All right, while you were away, we had a run up the middle. I think it was 25 that time, wasn't it?
25, yeah, brought down by Max Davis.
And
that's the end of the first
quarter. Now we've
quarter.
got the end of the first quarter. Right to your scoreboard. Burns 19, East Gaston nothing. We'll be right back.
Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of. Or get an outdoor shower for the patio. Or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer. They do it all at McNeely Diesel and Auto on West Grover Street in Shelby, your Napa Auto Care Center. No matter your drivability issue, McNeely Diesel and Auto can help. From an oil change to brakes to a tune-up service at very affordable prices. And they cater to fleet and diesel customers. And they have a full wrecker service. If you can't get your vehicle to them, they'll come and pick it up. See Bill McNeely and his ASC certified technician at McNeely Diesel and Auto, 441 West Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-5192, your Napa Auto Care Center.
All right, so it's third down and long. Let's see if we can bring you the view from the sideline, Cameron. Gracie trying to get it set up. Shotgun, Stillwell, and it's going to be power play and falling forward. That's got to be Johnson, the ball carrier, I would assume. And it's up to the 13-yard line, gain of 4, but it'll be punting time as Caleb Smith will be coming back into the game.
Yeah, not much doing up the middle there. Can't tell who brought him down.
Well, they gave him 4. So fourth down, and we'll call it 6 or 7. And Burns are going to get it back in good shape.
And that's Caleb Smith back to punt.
And that's the second 3 and out forced by Burns tonight. I think we might have had a guy offside. They didn't call it. Spiraling kick will land at the 39 and go sideways and out of bounds. So Burns will take it on the plus 40. So the last 2 Burns drives have started in plus territory, and it will be first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Burns in cruise control so far tonight. Not to get too far ahead, but the running clock will take effect after 35 points instead of 42 this year. So a little rule change if we get to that point.
All right, first down from the 40. As Ussery looks at the coaches, gets some instruction. I think he's over there with Donaldson. Still kind of getting things lined up. Looks like Wells on our side over here, number 1. And now Dixon giving some instructions. Pryor will be the back on the right hip of Dixon. And he'll get the call up the middle. Got a seam. Breaks a tackle, 30, 25-20, still on his feet. And he's horse-collared down at about the 17-yard line, but that'll be a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, big-time run there for Colton Pryor.
So that's going to put him all the way down to the 18-yard line. So that's a run of 22. And he's already up to 84 yards on the ground. So first down and 10 inside the red zone again goes Burns. Going to give him 23 on that one. Now a little throw out in the flat and broken up as Ussery can't hold it. Incomplete. Second down and 10.
Yeah, complete for Ussery. Good job on the cover by 21 for East Gaston out there.
So if you're just joining us once again, it's 19-0 on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard as Burns has scored touchdowns on their first three drives, their last three drives. Their first drive ended in an interception, and then they've had touchdowns on their last three and trying to make it 4 in a row here as the drive off to a nice start with a run by Pryor. But after the incomplete pass, it's now 2nd down and 10. Pryor now on the left hip of Dixon, and Dixon will toss it to him on the left side. Good penetration by the East Gaston defense, but Pryor making something out of nothing. Reverses his field to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! What a run by Pryor! And that's another numbers bookkeeping touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Colton Pryor is looking like his cousin Keywan Pryor on that play. Took it left, reversed field all the way over to the right side in for the touchdown. Great run, Colton Pryor.
So, another touchdown. That's 4 straight possessions. That's a quick 3-play drive. Took about less than a minute off the clock, and Pryor dashes into the end zone for the numbers bookkeeping touchdown. And I think that one was 17 yards.
Yep. So going back to the swinging gate, last 2 times, a little bit of miscue on the snap. Let's see if we can get that figured out.
I've got Pryor for 2 touchdowns now. Swinging gate
direct
again,
snap to Davis.
He's going to try to take the whole team in with him, but that's not going to work. On to go, quick loop, 2-point conversion fails. It remains 25-0 on your Rice Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Don't wait till it's freezing cold outside. Now is the time to get your fireplace serviced by Future Energy Company in Shelby. Say you don't have a fireplace? Well, see Woody Padgett and Future Energy Company for all kinds of fireplaces and gas logs. And for those backyard cookouts, check out the Big Green Egg or Grills by Primo and the Broil Master Outdoor Kitchens. Future Energy Company, serving this area since 1983, 130 West Graham Street in Shelby, online at futureenergyco.com.
If you're thinking about purchasing a new mower, then plan a trip to Elliott Supply in Polkville. Elliott Supply has been family owned and operated for over 50 years, and they're now one of the largest Skag dealerships. Their business philosophy is short and simple. Take care of the customer with name brands like Skag, Husqvarna, Echo, Steel, and more. Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail in Polkville. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, Saturday, 8 till noon. Online at ElliottSupplyInc.com.
If your HVAC system has some age, you might consider a new system from Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Right now, get 60 months, no interest on qualifying systems for qualified applicants for as low as $89 per month. Bill Shuford Heating and Air sells and services American Standard HVAC systems, which is rated #1 in reliability. Call Bill Shuford Heating and Air at 704-484-0025 to book your appointment. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, online at BillShufordHVAC.com.
Well, your view from the sideline camera is, I think that's, is that Sisk or Dixon? That'll be Sisk. And a great job there by Gracie, our sideline camera girl tonight. We'll go back up top. And it's 25-0 on your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard after that electric touchdown by Pryor.
There was a personal foul on the extra point, two-point conversion attempt.
Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff, back to the 28, to the 35. It's still on his feet. And fighting through tackles, but gang tackled and thrown to the ground is Chris Levy. And I'm just telling you, after he got bent backwards, I'm just glad to see that young man still on the field.
Yeah, great job, Mason Brawley and Evan Donaldson for the tackle there.
So that's going to put him, I think they're going to spot it at the 30.
Yeah, right on the 30-yard line. So like I say, just tune in, Wrights Jewelry scoreboard, 25-0. Burns over East Gaston.
All right, so East Gaston on their last possessions, turnover on downs, 3 and out, fumble, 3 and out. Not exactly something to write the parents about, so they're going to try to get something going here as Stillwell scrambles. Got room to run if he wants to. Now he's going to throw it. Man's out there, fight for the football, knocked away. And I tell you what, he had a man open for a minute, but who got that pass breakup? Was it 18?
That's 29.
29.
That is Legend Phillips on the coverage. Good job. Nearly could have had an interception on that play.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I think it was 7. That was Logan Furr that he was looking for. Had a step on his man momentarily. Ball a little underthrown.
Yeah. Still good job. A legend. It's another legendary play by Legend Phillips.
Couldn't resist the dad joke. Yep. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Man comes in motion. Stillwell claps the hands, has the football, and then thrown for a loss. Was that Nate Wilson that got him?
No, that's 10. That is Reggie Logan.
Reggie Logan got him for the tackle for loss.
Yeah, and I think it was 16.
It was 16. Yep. And he'll lose. I'm going to give him a loss of 4. So that's going to be 3rd down and 13. I tell you what, good job by these defensive linemen. Just disrupting a lot of plays. 2 longest runs for East Gaston tonight have been 9 and 10 yards. Other than that, it's a lot of zeros and ones and -2s on the board for their ground game. And man comes in motion, and that's Leary. And Stillwell's got it, and he'll keep it. Fights. Got a hold of his jersey. They'll throw him back. And that's going to be, let's see, was that 13, the ball carrier? Yeah, it looked like number 13 might have been at quarterback that time. That's still Stillwell, that's right. And I know they've used a couple of different quarterbacks on film, but that's going to be another loss back to the 25-yard line. I'm going to say that's a loss of, say, 3 yards.
And that was Xavier Epps on the tackle there for Burns. So bring up another punting situation for East Gaston.
It's going to be punting time again. Maybe he lost 4 on that.
Romello Wells back deep.
Okay, so not much going on East Gaston's last drives, and that one's going to be blown dead. Yeah, they lost 3 yards, and then they lost 4 yards on consecutive plays, or they lost.
Looks like we got a timeout there, Tom.
Okay. So we got a timeout on the field. We'll be right back.
For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for 17 straight years. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice of Cleveland County.
It's time to discover Ronaldo Honda in Shelby. Get your best deal at Ronaldo Honda or they'll pay you $1,000. Come in for all the details. They'll even deliver to your home. Plus, Ronaldo Honda gives you the best possible trade dollar. They value your trade. Get an appraisal today. And don't forget about Ronaldo Honda's certified pre-owned vehicles. Find out more at Ronaldo Honda, 4421 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at ronaldohonda.com.
Well, monster punt there by East Gaston. That's going to be 20. I think that's like a 47-yard punt.
Yep, pretty big net yardage there.
But if you look at East Gaston's possessions, turnover on down, 3 and out, fumble, 3 and out, 3 and out. They've credit to this Bulldog defense for doing a great job tonight. So with 9:04, they'll take it on their own 33-yard line. 1st down and 10, or their own 34 is where they ended up marking it, and Dixon back out on the field. Burns possessions after the interception on the first possession, 4 straight touchdowns. Pryor, Usry, Davis, and again Pryor on the touchdowns. And back is Dixon. He's going to flush to his left, now back to his right. He's going to get rid of it. He's looking for Wells. Did a good job just to throw it incomplete.
Yeah, heads-up play there. Didn't try to force nothing. Had a couple Warrior defenders all over him there. So bring up 2nd down for Burns.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. 25-0 with 8:58 left to go in the second quarter. Homecoming tonight. Lovely ladies will be on the field. So Dixon again, getting his guys lined up. Wide receivers left and right. 2 wide receivers to the left. Davis on the right hip. He'll get the call. Left side, following his blockers through a crease. There he goes. 45, 50. He may go. 30, 25. One man to beat. Can he beat him? He does. into the end zone for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown, Matt.
Another electrifying run. Max Davis took it all the way up the middle, pretty well untouched. Another Bulldog touchdown.
That was from the 29-yard line, wasn't it? Not the 34. I think I had that wrong. So that's a 71-yard touchdown for Davis as he takes it to the house. One play. And I tell you what, man, when that kid gets in the open field, have fun trying to catch him.
There's no touching. He's got a combination of size, speed. He's got the overall package. So let's see. I guess we're going back to the swinging gate.
Yep.
I guess they figured they're going to try to work on that tonight some.
On the go, quick lube. 2-point conversion. It's been an adventure so far. As Dixon gets them lined up.
Now they did direct handoff or snap to Davis last time.
All right, now Dixon throws out in the flat, and that's going to be, I'm not sure, is that Cam Howell? And this time it works.
That's Cam Howell, yep.
So Howell with the 2-point conversion, 33-0. We'll be right back.
If you need fireworks for your event, then call on Contracted Pyrotechnics and talk with Dustin Ledford today. They are the bomb. Dustin is a graduate of Burns High School and supplies all the fireworks you've seen at the Burns High School football game. If your town or organization needs fireworks, call Dustin Ledford today at 704-473-1996. Again, that's 704-473-1996. Have a party, have a blast with Contracted Pyrotechnics. It's an end of summer clearance sale at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. Come see how easy it is for you to be a satisfied customer. On the lot right now, take a look at a 2011 Audi for $89.95. How about a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta Sports Wagon for $11,995? SNR Auto Sales has a 2017 Honda Ridgeline, $13,995, and a 2012 Volkswagen Beetle Bright Red, $10,995. See the inventory online at srautosales.com. SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, East Gaston bringing back the Drew Dixon Jamma Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff, and they take it up to the 39-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first down and 10 with 8:39 left to go in the second quarter. It's all Burns, 33-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard.
I think that's Mason Brawley again on the tackle.
And they'll have it on the 38.
Yep, 38-yard line.
So the possessions are turnover on downs, 3-and-out, fumble, 3-and-out, 3-and-out. They have been a 3-and-out machine as Burns' defense has been stingy. And they're gonna try to run to the right side. Not a whole lot of room at 16 with the football. Stafford, and he doesn't get much. They gave him a yard.
Yeah, good job. Defensive front there for Burns.
I have Stafford for 3 carries and no yards. He gained 3, lost 4, gained 1. So it's just been tough to run on the interior of the Bulldog defense tonight. Nate Wilson, some of those other guys up there.
Yeah, Jaden Munger up there.
Munger up there. They've been doing a good job. And man comes in motion and still was going to keep it and runs into a wall. He'll fall forward, maybe about 2 to be 3rd and 7.
I think that's Nate Wilson there again for the tackle.
They're going to give him more than that. They're going to give him 4.
A little generous spot there.
Yeah, let's see here. So that'll put him in positive territory as he has 3 carries and 1 yard.
Yeah, that's Munger. That's also Centavius Osborne out there on the left side.
Yeah, Munger's in my second period class. He is not a small human. And 4 on the defensive front for Burns. When Nate Wilson moves early, the whole world moves. So we know that's going to be a penalty and sets up 3rd down and short.
Games around the area, 27-0 Crest over Asheville.
I've got West Lincoln was up on Bessemer City 14-0. That's no surprise. And then North Lincoln tied at 14. East Lincoln 14. Newton Conover 13. Thank you, John, out in Lincoln County for those scores.
3rd and 1.
Yeah,
here
3rd down and chance for East Gaston to finally get another first down. And it's going to be still
hard line of
behind
scrimmage.
the line of scrimmage, and he'll be thrown for a loss.
That's Amari Littlejohn on the big-time hit.
And let's see where they spot the ball. I think it was Stillwell, the ball carrier, and they haven't marked it yet. And it'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 4th and 3. And they're going to send on the punting unit again.
Kind of surprised they're not going for it here.
Well, they didn't really get it. Looks like the ball's behind the down marker. Snap is back.
Wells back deep for Burns.
And they're going to punt it away. Turns over. Beautiful punt. It's going to land at about the 20 and roll and, get away from it. It'll be pinned at the 10. So Burns will take it with 5:56 left to go in the second quarter, and they own a 33-0 lead.
Yeah, Burns in cruise control here tonight, clicking on all cylinders. Got the running game established. Let's see maybe if we can get Drew Dixon passing the ball some, get him some reps out there.
So 1st down and 10 Burns from their own 10-yard line.
Markalen Camp in the backfield now.
It's been Davis and Pryor have had the lion's share, but we've seen Wells get a carry. Camp's had 1 carry. And I think they're going to time out, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Since 1988, the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County, also known as TAC, is the nonprofit agency and operates demand response services for non-emergency medical transportation in this area. It also has a fixed bus route that is provided in the city limits of Shelby, and it is free. For more information, call the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County at 704-482-6465. Again, 704-482-6465. Visit the website at tacshelbync.com.
Not sure what we got. There's a 10-yard penalty against East Gaston.
And Burns is elected to have them re-kick it. So,
and that's another Falston Pharmacy penalty.
And this time I think that's Jorian Ussery back deep for Burns.
So they're going to re-kick it. And let's see where it lands this time. Not nearly as good, and this time it's all the way up to the 33-yard line. So much different scenario here as Burns will take it with 5:45 on the clock. As that ends up being from the 10 to the 35, that's a 25-yard penalty.
Yep. So Burns will start off on their own
32-yard line.
Yep.
So 45 left to go. And Dixon back onto the field. Looks like Wells out here to the right. And Dixon getting his guys lined up. Camp beside him on the hip. And Dixon claps the hands, has the football. He's back. He's got time. He lets it go. Man's open. And let's see who that is. He's in three. Donaldson at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Down the sideline. Finally tripped up. But he's got a big play all the way to the 22-yard line. Give him 18 plus 28. That's a 46-yard pass play.
Yeah, big-time catch. Evan Donaldson. What a play.
He's number 2, right?
Yeah, number 2.
So 46 yards, and there's the pass game that you spoke of. So we'll tally that up in a minute, but that's his first reception, and then all the way very quickly, all the way down to the 22-yard line. I think that's where they've got it marked. They do. And so Dixon two to the left, 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Markalen Camp. Let's see if he gets an opportunity. Nope. Play action. Thrown out in the flat. Is that Donaldson again? Donaldson. It is. And he fights his way all the way to around the 11-yard line. Give him 11 yards and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, another good little screen pass. That's what I said earlier. Be good to see Dixon, get the ball throwing, get that passing game working. And so far he's done a good job on this drive.
All right, so 2 plays, 2 Donaldson receptions, 2 first downs. And Burns has already flipped the field all the way down to the 10-yard line. Double wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Has Dixon in the gun. Claps the hands, and he goes back, rolls to his right, still rolling to his right, fires into a crowd, and it's incomplete.
The tender receiver, Romello Wells, tried to thread a needle there and get it to him, but well defended by East Gaston.
So we'll do it again. It's now 2nd down and 10. They can't get a first down without getting a touchdown. And calling a play in from the sideline. And it's always fun to watch the coaches as they're the way they signal into plays.
Yep.
Double wide receivers right, one to the left. Camp on the hip of Dixon, and play action, thrown out in the flat, caught, Wells, 10, makes a man miss, 5,
touchdown.
Into the end zone for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown.
I said, what a little juke move there by Romello Wells to free up that defender and just get across there for the touchdown for Burns.
So that's going to go as an 11-yard TD for Wells, and that makes it 39-0 on your Falston Pharmacy scoreboard. Oh, excuse me. Your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, excuse me. And that's going to put Wells up to 46 yards receiving. And that's going to put Dixon up to 87-yard passing. And a touchdown tonight. They're going to run the swinging gate again. Got Cam Howell in the 2-point conversion on the go quick lube. And Dixon's going to, I think he tried to option it out, and it doesn't work. So it remains 39-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Oliver's Hardware in Garden Center in Shelby is not just a hardware store, but a real general store, carrying items like feed and seed. Hay, pine needles, and straw. Oliver's Hardware has just received the new Turtle Box Ranger, a smaller radio with a huge sound, along with 45 original Turtle Box radios in stock. Oliver's Hardware wishes the Burns Bulldogs good luck this football season. Oliver's Hardware in Garden Center, 3712 Falston Road, Highway 18 North between Falston and Shelby. Online at olivershardware.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years.
Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff, and it's Sisk, and it's going to land. Will it get into the end zone? It does for the touchback.
It barely went to the end zone there.
Yeah, barely go. There's a view from our sideline cam, and Gracie doing a good job down there. And you can see the players there running onto the field. So that's a good shot. Good steady camera, right? Good steady camera
good camera work there. You're right.
So that's good camera work. We appreciate that. And now we'll go back up top to our up top cam, and it's East Gaston. It's really been offensive futility all night long as they've had 3 and outs on their last 3 drives. And now they're going to try a run play. It's going to get stuffed again. That's 16. That's Stafford. And they took it on their own 20 with about 4:40 left to go, and Stafford is stuffed.
I think that was 10. I think that was Reggie Logan on the tackle.
And Stafford loses 3 more yards, and it's just been tough sledding for that East Gaston offense. As I said, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, fumble, 3 and out, downs. That's their drives in reverse order tonight. Double wide receivers left. And Stillwell claps the hands, and that's going to be penalty. Not sure who moved, but a Putnam Distributors penalty comes in.
Might be on Burns. He did a little hard count there, clapped his hands.
And it looks like Burns backing up, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Burns. And if there is one kind of dark spot That is 55 yards and penalties against the Bulldogs tonight. So second down. And now about 8, and that's thrown out in the flat, caught, man stumbles, gets a few, no, they might throw the flag. The tackle started inbounds. Who caught that, number 1? That's number 1?
Number 1, yeah.
Okay, so number 1 on the reception, that's Luke Bryant with the reception.
13 Porter and Markalen Camp on the tackle.
Give him 2 yards on that.
Yeah, like you say, he started that tackle inbounds. So it's kind of a progression situation there. So that's why it was no penalty.
So it's third down and between 6 and looks like closer to 6 yards than 7. Double wide receivers right and almost came offside this big Nate Wilson. He thought he was. And he froze. He's able to get reset. Stillwell, hands off. And it's going to be stopped again as again that's Stafford with the football. And he falls forward for maybe 2. And they're going to send on the punt unit again as that's another 3 and out.
And that's a freshman, Santavius Osborne, on the tackle there for Burns.
So 4th down and 5 with 3:24 left to go in the first half. Homecoming coming up. We'll try to give you some of the stats. The Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. And the punt is away. Wobbler is going to be hitting at the 46 and roll all the way inside the 35, all the way down to the 32. So I tell you what, the MVP tonight is Caleb Smith, the punter.
Absolutely done a great job. We saw him during pregame. He's doing that and kicking the ball or doing field goals.
So ball
got a big leg.
Ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line.
So, like I say, we're 39 points now. So, as soon as we start the second half, we will be on a fast clock, barring a last-minute score, I guess, by East Gaston.
So we're waiting a little bit here. Not sure what we're waiting on. Let me see if I can get a commercial in real quick.
Some people say there are doers and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
So we got a couple of penalties against Burns, and I don't know which ones will be enforced. We had a personal foul and a holding penalty as we see the look of the Burns there on the sideline. Good look at Usry, good look at Eli Morris and Drew Dixon and some of our other players. And let's see if they're sorting this out.
Probably figuring out, trying to decide where to spot the ball here.
When was the penalty? Would it be a first down for East Gaston? Does Burns maintain the ball? If they do, where is the ball spotted? If one's a dead ball, you can enforce the dead ball on top of the holding penalty. That's what they be, they're discussing. Because if it's 2 fouls and you accept one or the other, but if one's live and one's dead, you can accept them both. So, referee's taking a moment to sort this out. We're going to go to another commercial.
You are not going to believe what just arrived at Parker's Family Feed in Bellwood. Deer blinds, and plenty of them. Heavy duty with 3 windows. Stay warm and cozy in your new deer blind. Available in 4x6 and 6x6 sizes. And Parker Family Feed has all of your deer attractants. And remember them for your pet and livestock feed. Fencing, fence post, and Parker Family Feed. 121 Carpenters Grove Church Road, Lawndale, off Highway 18 North. Like them on Facebook, too.
Well, there evidently was a dead ball personal foul against the Bulldogs, as again we see the Bulldogs walking on the field on our sideline camera there.
And that'll back them up to their own 29.
So I guess that's just a 15-yard penalty, but that's going to put Burns at 70 penalty yards. But I don't see how the ball's there at the 20. Okay, whatever. I can't really explain that one. All I know is Burns is taking it on the 29-yard line. And Dixon in the shotgun. He drops back. He's rolling, fires out. Wells can't quite grab it, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just off the fingertips of Wells. Flushed right by Davis. Got the ball off. Pretty good looking throw, but incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now. 3 minutes left in this first half.
Okay. And, yeah, there was a 27-yard pass I didn't put in the receiving for Wells. Okay. So that's where that other yardage is missing. You had him over 100 yards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where it is. We'll fix it at halftime. 2:59 left to go. And Dixon in the shotgun, double wide receivers right, and it's going to be
Pryor.
Handoff. Pryor, 30, puts his foot in the ground. He's to the 35-40. There he goes, 35.
He could be going.
40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown from 71 yards out for Pryor.
Big time run. Colton Pryor tiptoed down the sidelines for another Bulldog touchdown. Good blocking there on that edge to free him up around that edge to get him that touchdown.
And Pryor now unofficially 173 yards rushing. Wow. He's breaking out tonight.
3 TDs. Looking like his cousin out there.
Yeah, he has a 20-yard touchdown, a 17-yard touchdown, and a 71-yard touchdown. And finally, they're going to let Ryan Sisk kick it on to go quick lube extra point.
Well, I think that's pretty much an automatic extra point if you put him out there.
So 45-0, and Dixon's hold is good. Kick is up. Kick is good. 46-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
The Make This the Summer event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. We are putting performance in your hands. Purchase now and get a $2,250 bonus cash allowance. You may be eligible for up to a $10,000 annual tax deduction on interest paid on a new qualifying auto loan on all new 2025 Dodge Durango models. Come on in now for all the details during the Make This the Summer event at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of. Or get an outdoor shower for the patio. Or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer.
All right, there's the view from the sideline camera. Go back up top. Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff by Drew Dixon this time coming up. 46-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard after that 71-yard TD by Pryor. And Dixon boots it with the left foot, spins and is fielded there by Levy around the 10. Sheds one tackler, can't shed another. He's hog-tied at the 12. That's where East Gaston will take it 1st and 10.
Amari Littlejohn there for the tackle.
So with 2:38 to go, they'll take it on their own 12. And I tell you what, this Burns defense has forced a turnover on downs, a fumble, and 5 3-and-outs.
Pretty dominant.
Yep,
It's one of the more dominant defensive performances I've seen by them.
So they have really controlled this football game. Homecoming coming up during your Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. We will show you the crowning of the homecoming queen at halftime. The timeout on the field, we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
They do it all at McNeely Diesel and Auto on West Grover Street in Shelby, your Napa Auto Care Center. No matter your drivability issue, McNeely Diesel and Auto can help, from an oil change to brakes to a tune-up. And they offer fleet service at very affordable prices. And they cater to fleet and diesel customers. And they have a full wrecker service. If you can't get your vehicle to them, they'll come and pick it up. See Bill McNeely and his ASC certified technicians at McNeely Diesel and Auto, 441 West Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-5192, your Napa Auto Care Center. Don't wait till it's freezing cold outside. Now is the time to get your fireplace serviced by Future Energy Company in Shelby. Say you don't have a fireplace? Well, see Woody Padgett and Future Energy Company for all kinds of fireplaces and gas logs. And for those backyard cookouts, check out the Big Green Egg or Grills by Primo and the Broil Master Outdoor Kitchens. Future Energy Company, serving this area since 1983, 130 West Graham Street in Shelby, online at futureenergyco.com.
Not much doing there on first down. Who was the ball carrier there? 5?
I think it was 5, yep. Brought down by Max Davis there.
So a loss of 1 on first down.
We got a player down. Might want to take a little commercial break.
Okay, so we'll come right back.
If you're thinking about purchasing a new mower, then plan a trip to Elliott Supply in Polkville. Elliott Supply has been family owned and operated for over 50 years, and they're now one of the largest Skag dealerships. Their business philosophy is short and simple. Take care of the customer with name brands like Skag, Husqvarna, Echo, Steel, and more. Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail in Polkville. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5. Saturday, 8 till noon. Online at ElliottSupplyInc.com.
All right, well, we've got this time out. A couple of public service announcements. Looks like the young man's got some cramps. He's sitting up, appears to be okay. Tony's Barbecue and Grill changing their name to Misfits Barbecue. Had some great Brunswick stew in the press box tonight. We've had some pork sandwiches, and they've got great buffalo chicken sandwiches and subs and all kinds of good eats down there. So Tony's Barbecue changing to Misfits Barbecue. Main Street in Falston, 704-312-6312. They're open Monday through Saturday. They open up at 11 o'clock every day. Monday through Thursday, they close at 7. Friday and Saturday, they close at 8. Barbecue, baby back ribs on Saturdays, brisket, and smoked chicken. And then the Burns High School Rodeo. I want to remind everybody it's Saturday, September 13th at 7 p.m. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. So, must have been a penalty or something?
Yeah, I think yeah, you're right. Ball's moved up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah,
here.
It's all the way up to the 25, so that's another 15-yarder against Burns. So that's one, thing they're not doing very well tonight is keeping out of the penalty column. I think that's 16, the ball carrier, Stafford, wasn't it?
Yep.
So I'm going to give him a 1-yard gain there, and he's poor Stafford, 6 carries, 0 yards. Burns High School Rodeo will be held Saturday, September 13th. Junior high and young guns will also be held Saturday around 12. Come out and support the students as they do bull riding, barrel racing, roping, and more. So Burns High School Rodeo. It'll be at Polkville Baptist Church is the location. So second down and 9, and again Stafford, and again he's hit hard around the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you what, 2 carries, 2 hard-in yards for Stafford.
Yeah, but not much doing there. Like I said, good job. This Bulldog defense, Jude Towery on that tackle for Burns.
I'm going to give him 2 yards on that one. And he's 2 yards on 7 carries. So I'll tell you what, that young man is really kind of taking a beating tonight, as his Bulldog defense has been pretty tough, although that East Gaston did their first down in a long time. But it was via the penalty, only 2 first downs in the entire half, as Stillwell pass batted down. Looks like, was that Porter getting it? What number? It's not 13. Who is that? I can't tell.
Oh, that's 23, I think. On the
23?
Yeah, that's Amari Littlejohn.
Amari Littlejohn gets the pass breakup. it'll be another punt.
You got to give it to Stillwell. He's a freshman out there. It's a tough position to be put in as a freshman against a caliber team like Burns.
And so we'll be punting again. The MVP, Caleb Smith. 54 seconds left to go. Burns will get it back one more time. High snap, does a great job to haul it in. And then a knuckleball short punt bounces at the 40 and will roll to the 43-yard line. And that's where Burns will take it for one more possession before halftime.
Yeah, like I say, 45 seconds left. They got some time to put more points out there. Let's see if they try to push the ball downfield here.
So 45 seconds on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Once again, Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain. Halftime show coming up. Ball spotted at the 40, not the 45, the 42 it looks like.
It's like Kendrick Brantley in for Burns in the backfield.
So the East Gaston 42. And it's still Dixon in there, quarterback. And going to throw it out in the flat. Ussery's got it, 40. Trying to outrun a man to the corner. He's to the 30, drugged down, but nice play. Falston Pharmacy first down all the way to the 26-yard line. So that'll be 13 plus 4, 17-yard pass play. And Ussery's got 2 catches. I've got him at 31 yards.
Yep.
That's the 11th Falston Pharmacy first down of this half. So great job by Burns moving the football. And with 37 seconds left to go, they will try to run another play. As Dixon's going to get them lined up. Double wide receivers left. Eli Morris shifts over there to play tight end on the left side. And Dixon has the football. He's back. He's going to let it go. Is that Ussery? And he's got it for the touchdown. That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown from 26 yards out.
Yeah, big time catch, Jorian Ussery. But this play might be coming back.
Yeah, it looks like where they're standing is Dixon put it on the money, but unfortunately holding against the Bulldogs will negate that touchdown.
Man, it was a good-looking throw there, Drew Dixon.
And that is 95 yards and penalties. So if it's one thing that Burns will circle on the stat sheet, that's the penalties and the 1 turnover. Other than that, it's been stellar football tonight. So that'll back it up to the 36-yard line now with 18 seconds left to go. Let's go back to that play again.
Might as well.
Yeah, let's go back to it again.
Yeah.
So double wide receivers left, 1 to the right.
They're going to try to score again for sure.
And Dixon in the gun. Has the football. He's back. He's waiting. He's looking. He lets it go. Man is out there. Jump ball. Incomplete. So good job of the safety coming over to break that up, and it'll make it 2nd down and 20.
That was Donaldson on the intended receiver.
So once again, halftime show coming up. And once again, some public service announcement. Burns High Rodeo, Polkville Baptist Church, Saturday, September 17th. Thank you again to Tony's Barbecue, soon become Misfits Barbecue, providing the press box food. Looks like we got a penalty coming up against East Gaston. And I just want to say Revival, September 7th through the 10th at Buffalo Baptist Church. I guess that's this weekend. And what was the call? That was a 15-yard penalty against East Gaston.
I didn't catch that.
They've not been doing a good job of signaling the penalty, as Drew Dixon will just kneel it down.
That should take us into halftime.
And we'll have the Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. So we'll tally up on the stat sheet and be right back. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales. Wright's Jewelry Scoreboard, Burns 46. East Gaston, nothing. We'll be right back.
If your HVAC system has some age, you might consider a new system from Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Right now, get 60 months, no interest on qualifying systems for qualified applicants for as low as $89 per month. Bill Shuford Heating and Air sells and services American Standard HVAC systems, which is rated #1 in reliability. Call Bill Shuford Heating and Air at 704-484-0025 to book your appointment. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, online at billshufordhvac.com. For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for 17 straight years. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice of Cleveland County.
It's time to discover Ronaldo Honda in Shelby. Get your best deal at Ronaldo Honda or they'll pay you $1,000. Come in for all the details. They'll even deliver to your home. Plus, Ronaldo Honda gives you the best possible trade dollar. They value your trade. Get an appraisal today. And don't forget about Ronaldo Honda's certified pre-owned vehicles. Find out more at Ronaldo Honda, 4421 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at ronaldohonda.com.
Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Boston is stocked up decor. Come in for some great ideas for your home or business. Check out the solid wood furniture made in the USA. And it's never too early to stock up on their ever-popular Smoky Mountain soaps, which make great gift ideas. Also, Billy Jacob prints, seasonal and everyday prints. Many works by local artisans, including jewelry, pottery, woodwork, braided rugs, and alcohol ink art. And before you leave, get a big old cup or cone of Hershey's ice cream at Jumpin' Jed's, Main Street, downtown Boston. Like them on Facebook, too. And meet and greet folk artist Mary E. Charles Tuesday, September 9th from 1:30 to 2:30. Back to school time means cold and flu season is just around the corner. Before it invades your home, see Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville or the Fallston Pharmacy for your cold and flu remedies and preventatives. And in Fallston, get your Burns, Bulldog, caps, and T-shirts. And check out the grill at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And use their convenient drive-through windows at both locations. Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, and the Fallston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Fallston. DeRisi Power Sports wants to wish the Burns Bulldogs good luck during this year's football season. DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, services, and accessories. If your ATV needs service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports is not just for professional ATV riders. If yours is in need of minor service, like a tune-up, oil change, or any other service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports will service it at affordable pricing at expert service. DeRisi Power Sports, 4225 Fallston Road, or call 704-638-3512. Go Burns Bulldogs. Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on DoorLink garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call CJ Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors.
All right, Burns High School band on the field as homecoming has begun. So as we run down some of the first half stats, we'll show you some of the lovely ladies and their the fellas escorting them here at homecoming tonight. And really the story of the game, Burns High ground game, I've got them for 293, 294, 324. Actually, I got them for 319 total yards rushing plus 136 passing. So that gives them 455 yards, give or take, unofficially. So they have over 450 yards of offense in this half. So they've really done the job on both sides of the ball, because if you look at the East Gaston drive chart on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-and-outs. They ran 4 plays because they got a first down on a penalty and then punted. And then on their first possession, they turned the ball over on downs. So East Gaston really just struggling tonight on offense, unable to get anything going. In the ground game, I've got them for, they've got 21 yards. I have them for 20 yards rushing, 4 yards passing. I have them for 24 total yards. So they have been dominated on both sides of the ball. When the total yardage is 455 to 25, that's just utter domination by Burns on both sides of the football.
Well, like I say, this is one of the best defensive games I've seen Burns play in a long time. You got to credit, especially that D-line. You're running a lot of plays up middle. Your secondary is doing good on the few plays they've passed. Just overall good team effort on defense first half for Burns.
And we did have a fumble recovery, and that was wasn't that by Justin Porter?
I got the fumble recovery for Justin Porter. I got him 2 tackles on the fumble recovery.
So Porter with the fumble recovery, and the only turnover in Burns after turning it over on their first possession. If I could give their drive summaries really quick, their second drive ended a 20-yard TD by Pryor. Their third drive was an 8-play, 71-yard drive, topped off by the TD reception by Usry of 15 yards. The third possession, 3 plays, the short field, Davis with a 25-yard touchdown. Next possession, 3 plays, and it's Pryor with a 17-yard touchdown. On their fourth touchdown is a 71-yard run TD, 71-yard run by Davis, and on that one, Cam Howell had a 2-point conversion. Next drive, 4 plays, 68 yards, 11-yard TD run by Wells. And on the last drive that they scored, that was 2 plays, and a 71-yard TD run by Pryor. And that left us at 46-0, as we did have a Sisk on the go, quick lube, extra point on the first touchdown and the last one. In between, they tried a lot of swing and gate plays, and I think they're working on that a little bit tonight. Hasn't worked out too well. They've only got 1 conversion, and that was Cam Howell after the 5th touchdown had a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, let's go over all the individual stats. We got Drew Dixon, 9 for 14, 136 yards, 2 TDs. Rushing led by Colton Pryor, 7 carries, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns. Max Davis, 4 carries, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving's led by Romello Wells, 3 catches, 45 yards. And Usry, 31 yards and a touchdown. So,
Yep.
So like I say, offense, defense, clicking on all cylinders for Burns here in this first half.
So we've just about got all the ladies out here. We got just a few more to come on the field, so I want to make sure you see that. And like I said, team stats. Burns combined 319 yards rushing, 136 yards passing, 455 yards total on the night. So they're just having a big night on both sides of the football. Mm-hmm. And they have absolutely just stuffed anything East Gaston's tried to do. You could tell East Gaston was warming up the bus after the first quarter. I mean, they haven't really tried anything. They're just content to run the ball and punt.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's not much they can do. I mean, they've tried to throw a few little screen passes, try to get the ball out in the flat, but nothing doing at all. So
a few more.
Be an early night for them. Be a fast clock running in the second half.
Yeah, so our ladies on the field, I want to remind our listeners that at halftime, the band is brought to you by Wright's Jewelry. So they're not doing their usual halftime, their halftime marching band presentation, but they are on the field out there with the homecoming court. Once again, a couple of announcements. Revival at Buffalo Baptist Church, September 7th through 10th. So that starts, I believe, September 7th is Sunday. So that'll be 7 p.m. Speaker will be Joey Hamrick. Burns High School Rodeo, Saturday, September 14th at 7 p.m. I'm trying to figure out if that's, or is it Saturday, September? That's what it is. Saturday, September 13th. And that will be at Popeville Baptist Church. It's hosted by the Burns FFA Junior High Young Guns will be held Saturday around 12 o'clock. And once again, bringing you the press box food tonight was Tony's Barbecue, soon to become Misfits Barbecue. The menu choice today was Brunswick stew, and mine was eaten a while back, and I'll tell you what, absolutely delicious. Go down there and grab yourself some good eats at Tony's Barbecue, soon to be Misfits Barbecue in Falston, North Carolina. And I think we're going to have the crowning of the homecoming queen now, right?
Yeah, it looks like we're getting close. Jennifer Wright's jewelry up there, bringing the crown out. Previous winner is out there. I'm not sure who that is, but who was last year's winner?
You know.
Well, here they go. They're announcing it right now.
So it's Kiesha Borders, I believe, is our homecoming queen. So congratulations. Yeah, I've had Kiesha in my class a couple times. Great kid. Well deserving. And she is your homecoming queen 2025 of Burns High School. So congratulations. So we see there the crowning of the queen. Let's see her get her crown put on her head. And the crown is placed. And an embrace. And congratulations. So there's your homecoming queen 2025, Kiesha Borders. Congratulations on winning that. We're going to step away for a few commercial breaks, and we'll be back with more of the Parker Farm Service Halftime Show. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales. Halftime, Burns 46, East Gaston nothing. We'll be right back.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models, and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
It's the 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Plan now to bring the family out for a big night of fun. Entertainment includes the Majestic Spectacular Thrill Show, Canines in Flight, the High Flying All-American Frisbee Dogs, the Magic of Lance Gifford, Act Monsters Chainsaw Art, and the Demolition Derby. And Right Off for Rides will be back with over 40 exciting rides. And, of course, the many food vendors, games, livestock, and other attractions. The 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Y'all come. It'll be fun. The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service at 4606 Polkville Road. Also, DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 960-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too. The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose aquamation over cremation. Aquamation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned to the family. It is a green process with no emissions and no harmful greenhouse gases. And aquamation prices start at $25.95, and payment plans are available with credit approval. Consider aquamation, exclusively offered by Clay Barnett Funeral Home. Online at claybarnett.com, with locations at 303 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, and 1401 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Bradley's now is a bucket truck. What does that mean? That means they can now install outdoor signs, even outdoor lighted signs. Talk with them about designing, creating, and installing your new sign. And of course, see them for logo designs, vehicle lettering, banners, magnets, trophies, plaques, acrylics, t-shirts, and more. They are now truly your one-stop shop. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at bradleysinc.com. Like them on Facebook too.
In Cleveland County, you might see me at a local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store or at the next benefit. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local professional when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on most. I'm Bert Costner. Call me at 704-482-2436 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And to learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money, be sure to ask for me, Bert Costner, 704-482-2436.
Call Bert Costner, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, today.
Compassion, excellence, and reliability. Those three words best describe Bayada Home Health Care, a nonprofit serving Cleveland, Gaston, Lincoln, and Rutherford counties with assistive care services in the comfort of your own home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they've been doing this since 1975. When it comes time, take the time and call Bayada Home Health Care in Shelby. Call 704-669-4000 or visit them online at bayada.com. Located at 1105 Suite 3 on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. There's no doubt about it. Chevy drives America. And in Shelby and Cleveland County, Marburger Chevrolet sells the fine folks of our area brand new Chevys at the best possible price. Now take a look at a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab truck with a Turbo Max engine. Get 0% financing for well-qualified buyers when you finance with GM Financial. That's a savings of $10,143 for current Chevy owners. Come in for all the details. See yours today at Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Oakwood Homes of Shelby announces their Go Big and Go Home sale. These prices are a big, big deal. Just listen to this. Now at Oakwood Homes in Shelby, you can buy a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home for only $99,000. That's right, only $99,000 for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. Also ask about land home packages and move-in ready homes. That's Oakwood Homes of Shelby, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. For nearly 50 years, the K family at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby have been taking care of your bookkeeping and income tax needs in Cleveland County and the surrounding area. They feature a staff of enrolled agents and experienced tax professionals. Make sure you get every advantage you deserve. That's Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Give them a call at 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you. On the Go Quick Lube in Boston is not just oil changes. They have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course, they do oil changes featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus, they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On the Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Falston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Falston.
All right, so we've had our homecoming. Once again, congratulations to Kiesia Borders, our 2025 homecoming queen, and halftime coming to an end. Thank you for listening to the Parker Farm Service Stadium halftime show. Parker Farm Service located in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. One more time, public service announcements. Revival, Buffalo Baptist Church, September 7th through 10th, starting at 7 p.m. Burns High School Rodeo, will be next Saturday, September 13th. Saturday, September 13th, 7 p.m. That is at Polkville Baptist Church. And then Tony's Barbecue and Grill bringing you the press box food, Brunswick stew tonight. Go see them. They're changing to Misfits Barbecue pretty soon. They're open at 11 o'clock Monday through Saturday. They close at 7 Monday through Thursday. They close at 8 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So thank you to all of those. I got the PSAs in. And
so we got to add another little time on the...
They do that. They run it all the way down.
Yeah,
and then,
I don't know if you want to take more commercials or what you want to do.
Well, we're in pretty good shape there. Just moving forward or on this show, we do need to give you some scores from around the area. So Kevin has texted those in. So scores coming at you. Shelby 66-0 over Highland Tech. Crest 35-6 over Asheville. West Lincoln 14-7 over Bessemer City. Chase 14-0 over Blacksburg. Lincoln 14-0 over Cherryville. Ashbrook 14-10 over Northwest Cabarrus. East Lincoln 33-13 over Newton Conover. Forest View 19-16 over Smoky Mountain. Huss 5-0 over North Mac Bandies. 14-7 over Kings Mountain. Union Academy 21-20 over Lincoln Charter. Mountain Island 35-8 over West Caldwell. Maiden 21-20 over North Lincoln. South Point 22-0 over Roberson. Hickory 42-0 over Bunker Hill. High Brighton 21-13 over St. Stephen's. Freedom leads East Burke 42-8. West Iredell 12-2 over Ford, and Watauga leads Mount Airy 42-7. And that's your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard from around the area, Matt.
Yeah, it's surprising that Kings Mountain game's tied up.
Yeah, no surprise with the Highland Tech game there, 66-0. And I tell you, I think Shelby taking out a little frustration after they had a pretty, a gut-wrenching loss against Crest last week, and they were in the ball game the whole time. And a lot of people probably counted them out of that game, and they just took out their frustrations. But very much improved Cherryville team this year, hanging with Lincolnton. It's 14-0 over there, but still, a few years back that wouldn't have happened, you know.
Yep, and Lincoln's our opponent next week here at home.
Yeah, so fourth straight home game, and the Lincolnton comes to town, and then we do go on the road, and I've got the schedule coming up, and unfortunately we will not have video anywhere away from Burns. We will only have video when we're here at Burns. So upcoming games, let's see. Lincolnton at home will have video. Bessemer City on the road, we will not. West Lincoln here at home, we will. Stuart Kramer, we go to Stuart Kramer on the 3rd of October. We are home for Cherryville on October 17th, and then the last two games on the road at Highland Tech and at Shelby, which should be a big one there at the end of the year.
Yeah, like I say, getting into conference play. Just have to see how everything shakes out. Like I say, Lincoln next week, an unfamiliar team. We hadn't seen them in a while. West Lincoln. I think West Lincoln will probably beat. I think Lincoln is probably pretty improved, but a little bit of an unknown. I'm kind of familiar with Stuart Kramer. I hear they got a pretty good team this year. So
yeah, they're much improved this year.
They got a new football coach down there, so a lot of unknowns. But it looks like we're getting ready to kick off.
All right, second half. Jam and Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff will be Ryan Sisk, and they got to run a guy off. They had 12 guys, and that's one too many. So Sisk about to put his foot into the ball. And the 35-point rule didn't really matter. Matt had 46 at halftime. So Sisk, toe meets ball, good kick, end over end, going to be fielded around the 15-yard line. And here comes the East Gaston Warriors with a football, slips a couple of tackles and wrapped up and manhandled. As let's see who that is. That's
68. I think that's Osborne. No, that's Xavier Epps.
So Xavier Epps
on the tackle there.
Yeah, so wrestles him down. 68.
Yep.
I tell you what, he took him to the ground with a little authority.
He's a load out there for sure.
So first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 27-yard line.
And the freshman's back out there at quarterback.
So Stillwell has the snap, and he'll hand it off. Stafford, and he runs into a wall of defenders and stood up, and they'll give him 1.
That's 58. I think that's Osborne, and that is 80.
Well,
Yep, 80. That is Brendan Hall.
yeah, Brendan Hall. So, I mean, you know you've taken a beating when you've had 8 carries for 3 yards. That's a tough day at the office. 2nd down and 9. You got about a half a yard. Clock runs. 10:43 left to go, 3rd quarter. Hands are clapped, and now it's going to be
Mason
thrown for a
Brawley.
loss, and Brawley throws him down. He ran right into him, and that was number 0, the ball carrier. Haven't seen him yet today.
That's the 3rd tackle on the night for Brawley. Got him behind the line of scrimmage for tackle for loss.
So that's going to be a 4-yard loss. And East Gaston kind of picking up where they left off, going in the wrong direction. It'll be 3rd down and about 15 yards. Yeah, I got it for a 4, maybe 5-yard loss. So Stillwell in the shotgun. Claps the hands, has the football. Back, scrambles right. Has a little bit of running room. He'll take off. He'll probably get a 1st down. He does, and a lot more. Runs out of bounds. That's a Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, it takes it up almost around the 40, 45-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
So from the 23 to the 40, let's see where they mark it, to the 43, that's a 20-yard run for Stillwell, and that gives him 19 yards. That's the longest play of the night for the East Gaston Warriors.
We had a timeout on the field. Probably Burns took
All right, so we'll be right back.
There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Main Street Hardware in Lawndale is your one-stop shop for everything you'll need to prepare your yard for the growing season. Seed, mulch, pine bark, spreaders, and more. And they carry the best Case knives, Milwaukee tools, Georgia boots, Valspar paint, and Red Max yard equipment, plus rocking chairs. But don't take our word for it. Head to Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Find them on Facebook, too.
Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10, and it's going to be Stafford, the ball carrier again, and he's piled on at around the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and maybe 6 or 7 yards to go.
And that's 35, Adrian Watson on the tackle for Burns.
So they're going to give him 3.
We'll give a shout out to Logan and Carly McSwain. Appreciate y'all listening in. Some of our loyal listeners.
And there's a good view from the sideline camera there. As you get a good look at the Burns defense there. We'll go back up top for this 3rd down and 7. And it's going to be Stafford again. Stutter steps, puts his foot in the ground, head down, but only got about a yard. And that'll make it 4th down. They're going to give him, they give him about 2 more. And that's going to be 4th down, and I guess they're going to send the MVP in, the punter.
Another good tackle there by Watson for Burns. Back deep. Don't look like we got anybody back deep.
Nobody's back as they're kind of playing safe here, and the punt away. And knuckleball, and it'll hit at the 25 and bounce in, and it'll be down there, and Burns will take it for their first possession of the second half.
So curious to see what kind of personnel they bring out.
And once again, I just want to get Number 20, Caleb Smith. He is definitely the MVP. He's going to have to ice down his leg. He's punted quite a bit tonight. So that was a 3 and out. No, wait a minute. They did have 1 first down. So they ran 5 plays and then punted on that possession. And Burns will take it. What are they at? On their own 22? On 32. And it's going to be handoff up the middle, maybe 2 or 3 yards, and that's not Drew Dixon in there anymore, is it?
Ran a Wildcat.
Who's the ball carrier?
I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. I think it was
the guy walking back there, I think, who had the guy all the way back there.
That's 30. That's Devon Jones.
So he'll get 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. Is Jones in at quarterback?
Well, if you call it that or call it a Wildcat.
So it's 30 taking the direct snap.
No, that's actually 22. That is Chris Dawkins at quarterback.
Okay, so Dawkins has it, and then it's going to be a run to right side. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
So that's Jones again. Did you get him for that last carry?
For the last carry, I gave him 2.
All right.
And on that one, he got nothing.
Yeah, that's Chris Dawkins in at quarterback now. Jones in the backfield.
Okay, so Jones got nothing on that one, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 as some of the Burns reserves getting a little bit of time. Probably got some backup offensive linemen in there. We got a Putnam Distributors penalty. So that's going to back Burns up 10 yards, I think, a holding penalty.
Yeah, you got Braden Smith out there, Jesse Bryant. You got 77, I think, yes, Baldwin.
That's Baldwin still out there, yeah. So they're going to do 2nd down and 18 after the holding penalty. So Dawkins in at quarterback, Jones on his right hip, trying to get lined up. And now they are, and Dawkins will keep it himself, tries the right side, cuts it up, nice speed, nice burst, and he'll take it all the way out close to the 30.
Yeah, nice.
Give him the 28-yard line. That is, where was the ball spotted? That was a 13-yard carry.
Yeah, good run there by Dawkins.
So Dawkins is number
22.
So he gets 13 yards on that carry, and that's makes it 3rd and manageable. 3rd down and maybe 4. As Dawkins has still got Jones there now on his left hip. Double wide receivers right, and Dawkins will take it himself, and he's got the right side. 1st down and more. There he goes. Through a crease all the way up to the 47-yard line. Nice run there. He's got 19 yards and a Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, nice looking run. Took the direct handoff or direct snap.
That was Dawkins.
That was Dawkins again, yep. Good looking run left side this time.
So for 2 quick carries, he's got 32 yards. And now the ball on up to the 47-yard line. Like to see Dawkins, some of these reserves, getting some reps.
Kendrick Brantley in there in the backfield. Got Mason Briley in there.
So Dawkins getting everybody set.
Cam Howe out there.
That's a new running back, I think. Let's see who it is. That's 25. Who's got the football? Nice cutback to the 50. Wrestle down, that's 12?
That's 42. That's
42.
Rashard Heron.
So Rashard Heron gets an opportunity. And he'll take the ball on up to the 40, looks like the 47, give him 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. So the Burns reserves doing a good job moving the ball on the ground. A lot of these guys look like they got a little speed.
Yeah, they're looking good out there. Trying to get some of those other O-linemen. I think that's the only other reserve I saw check in.
So 2nd down and 5. Dawkins still in the shotgun. Double wide receivers left. Dawkins takes the snap. He'll take it himself. Left side around the 50 to the 45. 1st down, more 40. Falls forward to about the 34-yard line. So that's a 14 yards and another Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
I'd say this Dawkins kid's a gamer. Show him some speed and versatility to the quarterback position.
You know, it's just what I see. They're going to mark him back to the 35, so that's going to be 13 yards, but still another 1st down. And I tell you what, man, he's just very good patience running the football. That's one thing. If you do take the direct snap and run, you have that extra blocker and you just read it, find your hole. And
Yep.
that's what Dawkins has been doing. So he's going to take the snap again. Double wide receivers right. Let's see if they let him throw it. No, it's going to be a handoff. Not sure who's got it.
That's
Through the
Brantley.
middle. What's that?
Brantley, I believe, 26.
Brantley.
Yep.
So Brantley gets an opportunity. And let's see, what did he get? Not much.
I think he might have lost some yards on the play.
Let's see. They're going to give him no gain. So we've got 5 rushes on this drive, 6, 7. And this will be the 8th play of the drive. So the Burns reserves moving the ball on the ground. But I tell you what, this thing gets away from you quick with the running clock. It's down to 1:12. Ball at the 35, second down 10. Dawkins in the gun, has the football. He'll try the left side, picks his way, follows blocks, cuts it up, has about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, good little run outside there. Good block on a play by Chuck Bledsoe. Bledsoe, the freshman.
Maybe 4 yards there. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 as the clock down to about 40 seconds left to go. And then, we've had it on that sideline cam there for a while.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, getting her camera angles, actually, she's very steady on that camera.
She's good. Her
As you could see right there.
and Trent Murray doing a great
We
job
could
as always.
see 52 and 56 and 55 on the line, I think.
Yeah, it's Cameron Rudisell,
Yeah.
Chuck Bledsoe.
So we get a good look at some of the big boys up front. And play action. Dawkins throws. Caught!
Nice pass.
And it's going to be a Falston Pharmacy first down.
That's Richard Herron.
From the 31 as Herron catches it from the 31 up to about the 21. And that's going to do it for the third quarter at the end of 3. Burns 46. East Gaston nothing on the Rice Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby. Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Falston is stocked up on beautiful fall decor. Come in for some great ideas for your home or business. Check out the solid wood furniture made in the USA. And it's never too early to stock up on their ever-popular Smoky Mountain soaps, which make great gift ideas. Also, Billy Jacob prints, seasonal and everyday prints. Many works by local artisans, including jewelry, pottery, woodwork, braided rugs, and alcohol ink art. And before you leave, get a big old cup or cone of Hershey's ice cream at Jumpin' Jed's, Main Street, downtown Falston. Like them on Facebook, too. And meet and greet folk artist Mary E. Charles Tuesday, September 9th from 1:30 to 2:30. Back to school time means.
All right, let's check out that view from the sideline cam. There's a good look at your Burns coaching staff. And we'll go back.
Good to see Dorian Starnes out there this year on the coaching staff. Just graduated VMI.
Yeah, just had a baby.
Nice.
So up top, and it's still Dawkins. Now a little pistol set. Let's see who the tailback is, and he'll get it. And through a crease to the 20, to the 15, falling forward to the 14. It's going to be a gain of 8.
That's Jones on the
for
carry.
Jones.
Yeah, good run on the left side there. Got 32 checking in. That's Keaton Campion. Saying it right?
Who's that?
32.
32 is Keaton Campion, I think so. Yep. So double wide receivers left, one to the right. And it's Jones again besides Dawkins. Dawkins He's going to keep it himself. The left side through a crease, and he's wrestled down, man, hard, but he's to the 8-yard line.
It looks like the defender for East Gaston's down. Well,
yeah, let's see.
He's getting up. Never mind.
So he takes it from the 13 to the 8. So that's 22 with another carry. He's up to 54 yards on this drive. And another Falston Pharmacy first down. But I'll tell you what, these Burns reserves have looked sharp on this drive, Matt.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially Dawkins, man. He's nice to see him get a touchdown here.
All right. So, again, left side, Jones puts the head down. This time he's stacked up, maybe a yard. It'll be second down and goal. Well, moving forward, this gets you in the win column for the year. Burns will improve to 1-2 on the year. East Gaston will drop to 0-3. And got some. I think the Lincoln County schools are going to be tough. I think some of the smaller schools Burns should be able to handle, and if things go our way, it will set up a big conference championship game, the last game of the year. If they can hold this momentum as Dawkins cuts it back. Nice cut back into the end zone for a touchdown, but a Putnam distributor's penalty probably going to wipe that out.
Yeah, probably a hold. Well, let's see what the call is. Yeah, Burns is walking back.
Yep.
Usually where that's thrown is the vicinity of a holding call.
So let's see. And Dawkins wants a varsity touchdown bad.
Yeah, well, he deserves it as well as he's been running here.
See, where's the signal? There it is. That's not a good – he doesn't do a good job of – he does just bring attention to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, make sure we all know. It's the second penalty of the half, and Burns, I have unofficially 115 yards in penalties. And that'll mark it back to the 18-yard line. So with 9:11 to go on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, 46-0 Burns. This one's all academic, and the clock has been running the entire second half.
Brendan Hall checking in.
So it's still Jones, the tailback, I think.
Yep.
A little pistol set with Dawkins there. Double wide receivers in. One left, one right, and it's going to be Jones. And he falls forward all the way to the 10-yard line. Give him 8. And that's up to 19 yards. And for Jones, and it'll make it second down. And is it second and goal or third and goal? It's third and goal, isn't it? Third and goal. From the 9-yard line. So as we said earlier, this homestand will be completed next week as Lincoln visits Ron Green Stadium. And I can never remember in all my years at Burns High School 4 straight home games.
Yeah, I think that's a first, especially to start the year.
So Dawkins in the gun, has the football. He'll run right and tries to make one man miss, and he'll get swallowed up and thrown for a big loss back to about the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 17, but that's going to be a 7-yard loss. And it'll bring up fourth down, and I don't know if would you experiment with the field goal unit, or you probably just run a play.
Sisk definitely has a leg if they want to try it. Give him some practice.
I don't think they are. No sign of the field goal unit coming on. And as Dawkins going back out on the field. And play clock not on.
Yep, we'll keep the offense out there.
And why not? Let them run one more play. Be a shame not to score on this drive.
53, Zion Clark out there.
Yeah, they've run 12 plays on this drive. I think that's what they've run. And Dawkins in the gun.
See if he puts it in the air here.
And he will. He'll throw it. Corner of the end zone. Jump ball. Man's out there, and it is broken up. He might have got there a little bit early, but I don't think you're going to get that call at this stage in the game. Turnover on downs, but a nice effort by the Burns reserves there to control the football. And, they had 47, 52, They had 52 plus 19. They had 71 yards rushing on that drive.
Yeah, pass intended there for Campion. Good effort to go up there and try to catch it, but well defended on the play.
So that's a good shot of the East Gaston Warriors, and Stillwell still on the field. And there's the Burns defensive line. We got 68 in the game, and we've said his name a couple of times, and that is Xavier Epps. So good look at him. We'll take this play from the sideline cam. And again, that's Stafford, plunges forward, still falling forward, and maybe got a yard. And I'll tell you what, man, he's taking a beating tonight. But I tell you what, he keeps on coming at you, doesn't he? He's a big old kid.
He's a big boy for sure. It's 33 on the tackle for Burns. That is Antavius Stroud.
11 carries. 9 yards.
That ain't going to be good for the average there.
No, it's not. So 4 down linemen for Burns this time.
I'm sure.
Again, Burns swarms and throws a ball carrier for a loss. Not sure who carried it for East Gaston that time. I think it's number 0.
It's Noah Young in the game.
Is that 0 that with the ball carrier?
Yeah.
So he loses 4 more. He's got 2 carries for -8. I mean, this is just, if you look at the East Gaston stat sheet, 7 yards, 28 yards, 47, 39 total yards rushing. That's just not going to get it done. And then again, at 0, the ball carrier.
Pretty much the same thing every play.
I mean, he's just not getting anything. And I'm trying to 0 is Amani Hayward, and he loses another yard. So that's going to be a quick 3 and out. And again, Caleb Smith, the MVP for the East Gaston Warriors, will be punting again tonight. He's going to get the Golden Leg Award. And he's got it. No pressure, really, a little bit. And then nice punt. I'm telling you, man, this kid can punt it. And it's a little sandwich, and it comes back and then goes forward. It'll be down at the 47-yard line. So it's about all over but the crying. And Burns will get one more crack at it. And I know these reserves really want one more chance at it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Say Dawkins, the company, man, they looked impressive on that last drive.
And, you know, the one thing that you could criticize the fast clock for is you don't get a chance. You know, you don't get all your guys as much time as you want. But I think they've gotten some quality reps on offense and defense. It's 53 coming into the game for Burns, and that is Zion Clark.
Also 25, Landon Hull out there.
So if we go to the sideline cam, there's a look at the Burns Bulldogs there. We'll go back up top. Double wide receivers left. And then we're trying to get another guy on there. Looks like 89's coming in the game.
That's Gage Horde.
Gage Horde. And now the snap is back, and that play is blown up. Not sure who the ball carrier was. Can you see?
I think that's 26. That's Brantley.
So Brantley loses 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 15. They say loss of 5. I think that's a loss of 6. Because that play went nowhere. I tell you what, East Gaston playing with a little pride here. And the snap back, Dawkins will keep it himself. Left side, through a crease, and still on his feet. He's to the 40. And he's ridden down at the 34-yard line. But that moves it from the 48 to the 34. That is a gain of 16 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, spirited run there by Dawkins. He got up and was hyped after that play. Good job there.
Well, that's a young man taking advantage of his opportunities, you know. And then we've got a man down, so we'll be right back.
Cold and flu season is just around the corner. Before it invades your home, see Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville or the Falston Pharmacy for your cold and flu remedies and preventatives. And in Falston, get your Burns Bulldog caps and T-shirts. And check out the grill at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And use their convenient drive-through windows at both locations. Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, and the Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston. DeRisi Power Sports wants to wish the Burns Bulldogs good luck during this year's football season. DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, services, and accessories. If your ATV needs service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports is not just for professional ATV riders. If yours is in need of minor service, like a tune-up, oil change, or any other service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports will service it at affordable pricing and expert service. DeRisi Power Sports, 4225 Falston Road, or call 704-638-3512. Go Burns Bulldogs.
All right, there's your view of the Burns Bulldogs from the sideline, and we got a good look at 56 there, and that is Chuck Bledsoe.
Chuck's dad, Chris, was on the 94 state championship team. So got some good bloodlines there.
Some legacy players there. We'll go back up top. And it's Jones, left side, through a crease, 30-20. Breaks the tackle, falls forward to about the 16-yard line. Give him 18 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Good run there, Jones. He's wanting to get him a tutty too there, Tom.
He's trying. And it's down to the 16-yard line. First down and 10. And it's going to be Jones, left side, through a crease, fighting through a tackle, still on his feet. Now he stood up and knocked back at around the 8-yard line. So give him, let's see, about 8 more yards. And I know they're going to try to hurry to get one of these guys a touchdown.
Give that man the ball again.
And they're going to give him 9 yards. He's up to 46. And let's see, with exactly 1 minute left to go. So second down, 1 yard as Dawkins has it. Jones, left side, through a crease, into the end zone for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown.
Yeah, Devon Jones took it right up the middle. Good job there. Deserved that one.
I think that was a 3-yard touchdown.
Good block there by Gage Horde to allow him to get in there for the touchdown.
So pretty dominant performance for Burns in the second half. The reserves had 111. The reserves had 111 yards rushing in the second half. As the on-the-go quick loop 2-point conversion is, they may not even run it.
They don't have to.
This thing's 52-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard.
That'll do it.
And they're not even going to do it. They're just going to let this one end. So we'll be back with a post-game show. Post-game show brought to you by the Stamey Funeral Home of Falston, North Carolina. We'll bring you an offensive player of the game brought to you by Marburger Chevrolet, a defensive player of the game brought to you by Main Street Hardware in Lawndale, play of the game brought to you by Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain, and the overall player of the game, S&R Auto Sales, Shelby, North Carolina. Final score, Burns 52, East Gaston nothing. That's on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be back with the post-game show just after these messages.
Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family-owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on door-link garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call C.J. Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
It's the 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Plan now to bring the family out for a big night of fun. Entertainment includes the Majestic Spectacular Thrill Show, Canines in Flight, the High-Flying All-American Frisbee Dogs, the Magic of Lance Gifford, Act Monsters Chainsaw Art, and the Demolition Derby. And Right Off for Rides will be back with over 40 exciting rides. And, of course, the many food vendors, games, livestock, and other attractions. The 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Y'all come. It'll be fun. The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service at 4606 Polkville Road. Also, DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 960-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, there's your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. They didn't update it for the last touchdowns. Burns 52 and East Gaston nothing. That's on your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. I want to give a little love to the reserves. Dawkins had 7 carries, 63 yards, and Jones had 8 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. So give those reserves a little love for coming in there and making use of their time and getting a touchdown there. So congratulations to those guys, and a time well spent. If you want to recap the scoring in this game, first touchdown was a 20-yard TD run by Pryor. The sis kick was good. Second touchdown was a 15-yard TD reception by Ussery. The 2-point failed. Third touchdown was a 25-yard TD run by Davis after a fumble recovery by Justin Porter. 2-point conversion failed. Fourth touchdown was a 17-yard TD run by Pryor. Again, the 2-point conversion failed. 71-yard TD run by Davis. The Cam Howe 2-point conversion was good. And then an 11-yard TD reception by Wells. The 2-point conversion no good, and I think the kick was good on that. And then after the 71 TD run by Pryor, the 2-point conversion no good. In the second half, we had a 3-yard TD run by Jones, and that's where we ended up, 52-0 on your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. Matt?
Like I say, overall, Drew Dixon 9 for 14, 136 yards, 2 TDs. All these are pretty well first half stats. Davis rushing 4 for 21, 2 touchdowns. Pryor, big night, 7 for 172, 3 touchdowns. Receiving Wells, 3 for 45, a touchdown, and Jordan Ussery, 2 for 31, a touchdown. Defensively led by Camp, 4 tackles, Davis 4, Littlejohn 3, tackle for loss, pass deflection. Logan got 3 tackles as well. So, and then Porter got 2 with that fumble recovery.
Just a dominant performance by Burns tonight. I mean, East Gaston, as I said, if you look at their rushing yards, they had 10, they had 31, they had 40. I had them for 38 yards rushing.
That's brutal. How many carries did they have?
4 yards passing. They had 13 carries. They had 21 carries. They had 26 carries. They had 29 carries. 29 carries for 38 yards.
That's brutal.
That's 29 carries, 38 yards. Passing yards, they only had 4. They were 3 of 5, 4 yards passing. So just a pretty brutal night. Or actually, maybe they had 4 or 5 yards passing. Not a whole lot tonight. 4 completions all night long. So just a rough night for the Warriors. And I don't think we have the up-top action camera up anymore. Oh, I was hoping to get the band there again. Couldn't get them. Sorry about that.
I can pick them up with a crowd mic.
Sound. Yeah, so maybe we'll be able to get them a little bit. So overall, just dominant performance by Burns tonight. So we'll go to the awards. Once again, the Stadium Postgame Show is brought to you by the Stamy Funeral Home in Fallston, North Carolina. The overall offensive player of the game is brought to you by Marburger Chevrolet, located in Shelby, North Carolina. Matt, who do we got?
Offensive is Max Davis, 4 carries, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 reception for 10 yards.
And that included a 71-yard and 25-yard TD runs, right? So he had 2 touchdown runs. So another routine day at the office for Max Davis. Your Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby, offensive player of the game. Now, defensive player of the game, Main Street Hardware of Lawndale. And it was really a team effort tonight. As I said, holding East Gaston to 38 yards on the ground, 5 in the air, 43 total yards for the Warriors tonight. So it was pretty brutal. But we decided to go with who, Matt?
Justin Porter got 2 tackles and a fumble recovery. So good job, Justin Porter. Played a lot of good minutes. He was a good overall player for Burns tonight.
Yeah, he had an interception last week and a fumble recovery this week. So he has been a turnover machine this year. So Main Street Hardware of Lawndale, defensive player of the game, Justin Porter. Now the play of the game, brought to you by Gunner Guys of Kings Mountain, has got to be that play, the 17-yard touchdown run by Pryor, where he went to the left, reversed his field, dashed to the pylon, and went in for the touchdown. Just a outstanding, put his foot in the ground, great body control, dashes for the pylon, scores the touchdown.
Anytime you reverse field like that, that's a hard play to make. But like I say, played a good overall game, but that play really stuck out. You're right.
So Pryor's 17-yard touchdown is our Gunner Guys of Kings Mountain play of the game. Now time for your overall player of the game, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales of Shelby, North Carolina. Not much of a debate here, Matt.
Yeah, Colton Pryor, 7 carries, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns. Big-time night, career night for Colton Pryor. And I said it before the game, he's going to have a big night. And this was his breakthrough game. We can really see and he's able to showcase his talents tonight.
Touchdowns of 17, 20, and 71 yards tonight. So that wraps it up for our Stamy Funeral Home post-game show. So join us next week as Lincolnton comes to town for the end of our 4-game homestand. We'll be here same time, 7 o'clock, the Bill Shrieford Heating and Air pregame show. And then we'll have video. At least we'll have video for you one more week. When we go on the road, we're sorry, guys. They just won't let us do it. So we'll do the best we can. But definitely 100%, we will have video coverage of Lincolnton when they come to town next week. So one more time, Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Burns 52, East Gaston nothing. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.